What's going on, y'all? We live and direct. Machiavelli Mills TV. I know y'all hear my son in the background, but bear with me. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. Like Lil Durk say. But I wanted to hop on live to discuss LeBron James and his All-Star nod. Should he be an All-Star? Should he not be an All-Star? Is there a problem with him being an All-Star? All of the above. And I know we're a little earlier than usual when it comes to these live stream videos, but you know, when they get on here, man. Randy Moss say no, LeBron James should not be an all-star. I'm gonna get to my point in a minute. I'm gonna let y'all Derek stop talking crazy. He's not a bum this year at all. He's playing okay. But he's not a bum. Right? What is he averaging? LeBron James is averaging 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists on 50% shooting from the field, right? But here's the reality. So we know you love Bron, so you biased. No, I mean, if he gets voted in, bro, he should be an all-star, right? Guys with lesser stats have been all-stars. And it's always been a popularity contest, right? Truthfully, it's not about me loving Bron. It's just I think the rules should apply across the board. Randy Moss. Kobe Bryant was an all-star, averaging 17 points on 36% shooting. He was an all-star because he was voted in. If he's voted in, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, if he voted in, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got voted in, and he was terrible his last three. Like, man, what? The year before that, Kobe got voted into the All-Star game, playing 35 games. He averaged 22 points a game, and then he shot 37% from the field that year, right? But he was voted an All-Star because he got voted in. That's how it's always been, right? Michael Jeffrey Jordan, his last year he averaged 20 points a game, right? Mike's teammate, Jerry Stackhouse, was playing better than Mike. Jerry Stackhouse did not make the All-Star game. He's averaging almost 2 points more than Mike. It's like almost 22 a game. Stack didn't make the All-Star game. Mike did, right? Not only that, the league encouraged Vince Carter to sit on the bench so Mike could be the starter in the game, right? So I said it to say, if LeBron gets voted in, because currently when the fan voting came out, LeBron was 9th in voting in the Western Conference, right? So if he gets voted in, he should be an all-star. It is what it is. I mean, Black Mall, how many people were saying what Nelly was saying? It wasn't many people saying what Nelly or Jason Whitlock was saying. They like it wasn't nowhere near the amount of people who come out against LeBron James. When Nelly said what he said, Black Mall, what did Stephen A. Smith say? He said, you about to go blasphemous. I remember that. What's old girl name? What's the black girl? What's the black girl that used to be on First Take? Carrie Champion. Carrie Champion about lost her mind when Nelly said, don't nobody want to play with cold, right? And it was like people were so mad at him for saying that. So Black Mall, Nelly was in the minority. He got backlash like crazy for saying that. That was not a popular opinion at all. I remember when that happened. Stephen A. said, you were about to go blasphemous. No, in the media, nobody was letting. They was letting it rock. They was letting it rock. It was letting it rock for real. Like, it wasn't because they knew he was at the end, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was what it was. But we had a lot of players getting voted in as all-stars, and they was not nowhere should have been an all-star for real. I swear to God. He said media not the same. Hold on. Yeah, let's be for real. It wasn't who else was going, who else was saying Allen Iverson, AI getting all-star nods. When he was at the tail end for real. Like, it's to me, it seems like when we're not gonna act like LeBron getting an all-star nod is like world, like end of the world. When we have seen historically guys that are beyond. Hey man, let me tell you something. D Rose was getting all-star votes. And this was like well after the Bulls years and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So let's be honest. Let's be honest. D Rose was getting all-star votes and everything. I'm Chicago born and bred. And Pooh was getting all-star nods while he was hurt like it wasn't nothing. Even well after when he was playing with after the Knicks in Detroit. When he was in Detroit, he was getting all-star votes. So if the fans vote him in, he in. And it is what it is, because I didn't see guys with lesser stats, that looked like lesser versions of what LeBron James looks like now become all-stars in this league. And it was based upon their legendary iconic status, bro. It was based upon their legendary iconic status. Who you had? You said you had plenty of people saying Bron was still the best player in the league in 22. Name me them people. I'm talking about the media people. I don't like who was saying that in 2022. 2022? Who was saying that? In the media? I don't think in 2022 people saying he was still the best player in the league. What? Y'all know I'm one of the biggest LeBron James fans on YouTube. I told y'all he ain't been the best player in the league since 2018. When he got to the Lakers, he was no longer the best player in the league. That was Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, and it wasn't no discussion to me. So I'm trying to tell you who was in the media. Gilbert Arenas. Brian Windhorst said that in 2022. I believe Gilbert Arenas said that for real. But Brian Windhorst said that in 2022. Windhorst? I gotta look that up. I believe Gilbert said it. Gilbert says a lot of things for shock value. Let's be for real. Gilbert would say things just to get clicks on YouTube, right? Like he will say things just to get clicks. But Brian Windhorst, though, he's a credible journalist. Like again, he came up through his coverage of LeBron James. But I gotta go look up Windhorst saying he was the best player in 2022. Cause I don't think Windhorst would just say that, like give it up like that. 2022? Like maybe if you said 2019, nah. 2022 though, no, nah. Brian was not even nah. Nick Wright, okay, Nick, two guys who again are irrational with a lot of things they say. There's two people, right? But just imagine the amount of people. Now, for all of that, you said people say LeBron was the best player in the league in 2022. Just imagine all the people. Shannon was not saying Bron was the best player in the league in 2022. That was over with. Shannon was not saying he was the best player in the league in 2022. That was his boy, but Shannon would acknowledge that LeBron James was not the best player in the league in 2022. I don't think you can find one clip of Shannon calling LeBron the best in the league in 2022. Not at all. He was a fan, but he wasn't the best player in the league. Nah. And for all of you, for all of that you saying people were saying he's the best player in the league, how many people you know was saying like, oh, he the worst thing on the Lakers. How many people you know was saying he needed to get traded off the Lakers back then? It was a lot of people saying he needed to get traded off the Lakers. So yeah, man, like What is he talking about? Like, you got people right now that say LeBron James not a top 5 player all time. A ton of them do. So, like, what? Said Sharp was saying Jokic was better in 2022. Yeah, everybody knew. Everybody that know basketball knew LeBron James is not the best player in the league in 2022. Again, I am the biggest one of the biggest LeBron James fans on YouTube, and I told y'all, 2018, that is the last year he was the best player in the league. Right, and even then, you got people still trying to like. After LeBron, 41 years old, and is people still looking at him like, boy, who in the media not named Skip Bayless said Bron isn't top 5 or Charles Barkley, 100,000%. 100,000%. Charles got him like number 7, number 8, right? I don't think Mad Dog got LeBron. There was the boy Mad Dog that be on the show. Charles Barkley for sure. Charlie X definitely just said it out of my mouth. He don't got him top 5 at all. He got like Bron like number 7 and number 8. What's the boy named Mad Dog? Russo? I don't think he got LeBron top 5. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I know a lot of media members now say LeBron James needs to be traded. He needs to be traded off the Lakers. That he need to. There's a lot of people vying for him just to be gone out the league. There's people telling him to retire. Media members, prominent ones, right? And I never saw people trying to push Kobe Bryant out the league. I never saw that. And LeBron James ain't been nowhere near as bad as Kobe Bryant was in them last couple, especially that last year. But is people really want to push LeBron? Is media members, prominent ones, wanting to push him out of the league? Said Wright was mad about Joker getting over Luka. What you mean? What you mean, Sharon? He was mad at Joker getting what? Of course, he's a top. Jokic. Jokic has always been. He's been a top 3 player the last shit. The last what? 4 seasons? 4 seasons? So in fact, when Kobe got that $45 million 2-year contract, $45 million 2-year contract to end his career, no one batted an eye because we respect what Kobe did to the game for the game. Only people that batted an eye, I think Skip Bayless called that contract into question. Skip did, and maybe Nelly. But other than that, people was cool with it. Like, he deserved that for all he's done for the Lakers. That's what people said. Skip questioned that and said, I don't think he should be getting a contract like that. It could be always, but he said, I don't think he should be getting it. I remember that. Skip said, I don't know about him getting that type of contract right now. And Nelly questioned it too. But other than that, everybody like, man, look what the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? He didn't help bring 5 championships there. He didn't for years, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, after Shaq left, they won 2 championships. They won back to back. What? How many finals they went to? Was that 3 finals in a row they went to at that time? So yeah, like a lot. He deserved that paper for what he did. Him being a LA Laker soldier, he deserved that paper, regardless of is he deserving or not. LA to pay him that paper, and he did that. But only questioned it for real was Skip Bayless and maybe Nelly. You know, I think it's just, man, it's become a thing, a concerted effort to hate LeBron James, really because he's hated by a lot of the media members because he doesn't he don't give them access to him like that. He don't really talk to them in that way like the other superstars have. Other superstars have always had a certain guy in the media that they sit down with and speak to and give exclusives to, right? Michael Jordan was Ahmad Rashad. Kobe Bryant would talk to Stephen A. Smith. He would text Stephen A. He would call his phone. All of that, right? Stephen A. would always talk about how Kobe called him and all of that. None of them have access to LeBron in that way because LeBron only cared to talk to Rich Paul and his team for real. And that is something that's different. The media ain't never really, you know what I'm saying? They're like, damn, dude he don't want to go through us like that. The agents like David Falk, they hate him because he don't have to go through the white dudes to get paid. He put his boy Rich Paul in position to do that. And they don't like that Rich be out here moving and grooving and getting all the clients. Because now it shook up the status quo. Rich is not a dude that come from a lot of these agents' background. He a dude from Cleveland, Ohio. And a lot of they looking like, why he trying to control everything. His boy is the agent. He don't want to talk to us in the media. So now a lot of the media members like, yo, you know what, man? He ain't giving us them exclusives. It is what it is, man. We're gonna say what we want to say. LeBron doesn't get more hate, bro. Yes, in his what superstar in their last years, Black Mall? In their last years, what superstar has been trying to get pushed out of the league, bro? Just answer me that. Riddle me that. What superstar, all-time great player, Black Mall, has been getting pushed? Media members telling him it's time for him to retire. He needs to retire. It needs to come to an end. How many people been doing that? To what NBA that? Come on, man. Let's be for real. What media member at the end of their career? I mean, what all-time great you seen have been everybody telling him he needs to go? They trying to push him out, and as if he averaging 10 points a game or 8 a game. I mean, Bron ain't had nobody die around him. But you got people that blame it's fans that say LeBron has something to do with Kobe Bryant's death. It's people saying Bron has benefited from Kobe Bryant dying. And they wouldn't put it past Rich Paul and them to have done something to get Kobe up out of here. You got real, not media members, but you got real fans that say this. That LeBron couldn't wait for Kobe to die. Come on, Black Mom. Come on, bro. No media member has said that. What media member name me the media member who said Mike caused the death of his father? What media member what media member said Mike caused it? I don't know the name of him. Which media member said that? For real. What media member said Mike caused the death of his daddy? Now I know fans say that all the time. That white lady on The Last Dance. I don't even remember that, but I'm gonna go back and look that up. Okay, that's one. That's one. Right? But for real though, I'm gonna go back. I don't remember. I gotta go back and watch it. That's one. What other media member said that? Okay, we got one person, right? So what I'm saying is, it just white conservative males hate him. White conservative males love Michael Jordan. Majority of them now they love Kobe to trash LeBron James. You see what I'm saying? Jackie McMullen. That was Jackie McMullen that said that. Jackie wrote for Boston, the Boston Celtics. Okay. There are plenty of excerpts in the documentary. Yeah, I'm gonna go look it up. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't remember that. I'm being honest with you. If I did, I'd tell you I remember it. But I'm gonna go look it up. But yeah, but what I'm saying is, what dude they telling, hey, it's time for him to go. You got Bomani Jones, and I'm saying LeBron needs to retire. It's time for him to get up out of here. It's time for him to go. Right? You got several other dudes like, hey, it's time for him to just walk out gracefully. It's time to him all them, not just Jason Whitlock. I think the issue is MJ kept his sports. LeBron voiced his opinion what's going on in the media. And what's wrong with that? like, yo, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar now, you said they threw AI out the league. That's because AI didn't want to come off the bench. And he said, I'm not coming off the bench for nobody at all. And they said, all right, man, cool. AI told them he ain't coming off the bench. That's what it was about. But how many people you know said it's time for him to, it's time for, and AI wasn't averaging what LeBron was averaging during the time, like especially last year. LeBron was second team all NBA. You had people like, it's time for him to go. Media members. Mad Dog Russo. Yeah, and it's cool, right? But he said LeBron, and yes, Kareem was about that life. His point was LeBron talk about other stuff too much. And athletes have done that forever. The problem is you call Bron out, he started tap dancing like Gregory Hines. You call him out about what? As far as what? Yeah, so like, that's the thing. The dude just said MJ kept his sports. And I said, what's wrong with LeBron James talking about what's going on in society? Why he can't talk about Trayvon Martin? Why can't he talk about George Floyd? What's wrong with that? He don't gotta be a mute when it comes to topics. It's just what conservative men don't like when you say things that they don't agree with. Bro, you can be, let me tell you something. You don't have to be educated to say about Black Death, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be educated about that Black Death at all. In his cancer, know what he doing. He plays up to the conservative. Oh, LeBron, Enes Cantor call him out. Who the fuck is him? Like, what? You don't have to be educated on talking about George Floyd. I don't think you have to be educated on politics when it pertains to Black people getting unalived by law enforcement. I don't think you have to be educated on them topics. You can speak out and just say, hey man, I don't think that Black person should have it. You don't have to be educated to say Trayvon Martin shouldn't have been had his life taken. So I think that's a myth. That's stuff that Michael Jordan them say, so they don't gotta speak out on stuff. I'm not educated. I'm not educated on that. I don't think you need, I don't think you need education. Now, if you want to talk politics, cool. All right. But to say, man, a Black person shouldn't be unalived in the street by law enforcement, you don't need that don't take no education. An unarmed Black person should not be taken out of this earth. No education is needed on it. That is a cop-out that Michael Jordan and them use to not say stuff as it pertains to Black folks because they don't want to ruffle no feathers. That's all that is. That's all it is. They say stuff like that because they don't want Black folks to get funny. So they say, I'm not educated on that. You know what I'm saying? So that is the cop-out for not speaking on it. But I wasn't educated on politics at all when I saw Trayvon Martin, what happened to Trayvon. And I knew that was wrong. You know, so we can't go there. Like, you ain't got to be educated on that. It's just people don't like the things that he says. Yeah, and Bron said that. And you're right. He should have never said, I stand up for everybody. Right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I believe LeBron James only cares about what happens to Black people. And I'm going to be real with you. But he felt like he couldn't say that. As a prominent athlete, he should have never quoted that Martin Luther King quoted, injustice everywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Because truth be told, LeBron James only speaks out when something happened to Black folks in America. Let's be for real. And he should have just said, he don't think he could. I don't think it would have gotten taken bad, but I really don't think he cared about what happened in the world at all. I think he cared about what happened with Black folks. And I ain't faulting him for that. Yeah, and that's right. That with that stuff that happened in China, I don't think Bron care about what happened in China at all. I think he care about what happened with Black American people, and I ain't mad at him for that because he a Black American first. But the thing is, he shouldn't have quoted that. I agree, he shouldn't have quoted that Martin Luther King thing, right? I agree, he shouldn't have carried. He shouldn't have quoted that at all. But I think he felt like that was the more palatable thing to quote. Because if he say, I care about Black American people, that's my concern. What happened to Black folks? Then they gonna look at him and say, "Oh, you can't say that." But I think I don't think he should have said that. He quoted that Martin Luther King. Yeah, you care about injustice, but the shoes are being massive, bro. Like I said, Black Mom, I don't think he cares about anything but Black people for real. So that's true. He should quote it. But I'm not going to get mad at LeBron James for only caring about. I'm not going to be up in arms about him only caring about Black America. I'm not. You're not finna see me on here. I'm just not. I'm being real with you. If your sentiment is with Black folks first, then yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not finna be on your man about that. You're not finna get me to be mad at him about that. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna get mad at him for caring about his community only. I'm not finna be up in arms about it. I'm just not. I'm not gonna do that. Now, if that was Black folks that was going on there talk to, okay then, all right, cool. But I ain't. Yeah, I know it sounds bad, but Black Americans got to stand with Black Americans a lot of times, because a lot of times we be trying to be allies to everybody else. Don't nobody be rocking with us. They be like, oh, bye, you on your own. So I'm not finna fault him. I'm not finna fault him for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. You know, so yeah. Say if it ain't Black, fall back. He say he only care about his finance, his money, profitability. Um, I guess that's to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But until I see him go against Black people, then I'll ride with you when I see him blatant, when I see him go against Black folks for real. But yeah, I'm not finna get mad at him for really just caring about what happened with Black folks, because that's the only time LeBron James say something when something happening to Black people, and I ain't finna be mad at that. That's the only time you see him say something. So he said it's time for LeBron to leave the league, bro. Stat padding, that sound crazy, bro. You think he out there? How do you think you can stat pad your way to 20, bro? Like, and shoot 50? You think you can stat pad your way to shooting 50% from the field? MJ didn't need to stat pad. Okay, it sound good. I don't even know if you. Oh, how old are you? The kid. He's shooting 50% from the field. So yeah, he said, "I'm just annoying you, bro, because I know you're a LeBron fan." I see y'all in here. I want to troll you. Bron made 21 straight All NBA. That's crazy. That's wild. But he not better than MJ. I mean, I got MJ number one, and y'all know this. But because I'm a LeBron fan, y'all don't want me to like him for real. So that's when it becomes a problem. Because I don't even got LeBron number one. I got Bron number two. But I always tell y'all, if you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar number two, I'm fine with it. The problem is that I am a fan of LeBron James when a lot of y'all feel like I should not be. And the point I'm telling y'all is, I don't care. I don't care. Said Bron isn't better than Curry. You mean currently? No. All time? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But he's better than Steph Curry all time. It's not even close. Steph Curry ain't never been a 20-time All NBA player. Steph Curry don't got 4 league MVPs. He don't got 4 finals MVPs. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going on my way to point out the hate he get. Black Mall. How many YouTube channels you know? Go look up. I can name you 10 YouTube channels that are prominent based off LeBron hate right now. I'm not going out my way. It's easy to see on YouTube. None of my Bron videos where I salute LeBron get views. When I talk this pro-blackish, my videos go through the roof. Any video that's trashing LeBron James, it gets traction on YouTube. Why is that, bro? I'm not going out of my way to see it. It's all day, every day. It's noticeable. From Man Down Sports, Sports T, Dreamers Pro, Scap Attack. What's the other boy name? Ticket TV. What's the other one name? I just named you 5 off the top of my head. What's the other one name? What's the other boy name? Carcino. That's 6. Hold on. It's a mo. I'm missing a whole lot of them. It's a ton of LeBron James hate video. You know how many channels? Huge channels. How many are huge? What channel that's huge? Okay, name me 5 channels that's huge that ish on Mike in the 90s. Cause Legend of Winning, he don't shit on the 90s at all. He don't trash Michael Jordan. Come on, man. We can't do that. You see dudes on TikTok saying the 90s is trash, all of that, right? But how many channels trash? How many channels? He said, "Nah, stop lying." He said, "Maul." He said, "Man," and now none of them are bigger than Rusty Buckets. Has over 200,000. He loves Bron. I don't even know who that is, Black Maul. I don't even know who that is. That's crazy. I don't even know who that is. I know FYF Sports Debates. I know the homie A Weezy Bang. I know Legend of Winning. I don't even know who Rusty. What you say his name is? Rusty Buckets. I don't even know who that is, bro. Being real with you. LeBron say he better than Stephanie Curry, but LeBron let Stephanie Curry get 4 rings on his watch. I mean, it sounds good, bro. Steph Curry was Finals MVP, what, 1 time, bro? That's cool. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm not looking for Bron. It come up on my algorithm. I don't even know who Rusty Buckets is. I don't look for Bron. I really don't. Huh? Yeah, I don't know if I messed it up. Rusty is I don't even know who that is, bro. That's for real. What's the other? I know awful coaching. I know and I don't even know how these LeBron hate channels come up on my algorithm because I don't search these channels up at all. I really don't. I never like search I'll be like, how do these people be coming up on my thing? Because I don't even look for these dudes. So yeah, I seen half of y'all from Goat James Kingdom. I know that's an Instagram page, right? Instagram. He said Rusty loves the game. Sports and fitness rants. He hate LeBron James. That's another one. That's like that was at 8 channels. I just named 8. I don't even go searching for it. He said we back to live streams. Now we back. We back like yeah, I'm about to say we back like cook crack. I shouldn't say that, but you know, we back, SL. But yeah, it's just my point, like everybody ate on LeBron's watch. I mean, let's be for real. Who your favorite player, Deshannon? Anyone hip will tell you Rusty Buckets has one of the biggest channels on YouTube. He is pro Bron. Secret Base. Oh, I know Secret Base. I know that. Yeah. I don't even know who Rusty Buckets is. I don't even know what he looked like. For real. I know Secret Base though. I watch the Secret Base videos when they talk about like beef between players and stuff like that. I watched that. But I probably really don't know who Rusty Buckets is. I know FYF and Low. I know them. Legend of Winning, FYF, definitely. But I get more James hate in my algorithm. I don't be searching for it. I promise you, I don't even search for these channels. Like sports and fitness and all them man down sports and sports tea, that stuff just come up on my YouTube. And I don't know how. Say MJ 1, 2 Magic, 3 Kareem, 4 LeBron. That's what's up. I mean, I would put LeBron above Magic, but if you got Magic, all right, cool. Magic, the greatest point guard ever played. But I got LeBron above Magic, but I hear you. But everybody else, you know, you do realize your algorithm is based off your history, right? I don't search these channels. Again, only channel I know, as much as I watch LeBron James, I don't know how Rusty Buckets don't come up. As much as I watch LeBron James clips, I don't know how Rusty Buckets don't come up. I watch LeBron James clips all. How is this channel never came across my radar? You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm lying to you. I don't got no reason to lie about that. I never heard it. I watch LeBron James, them early highlights all the time. I never seen his channel pop up. And that's crazy. My algorithm always showing me half naked women all the time. Yeah. So I mean, because Rusty talks about all the teams. Okay, I got you. That's why I ain't never, that's why I don't see him. Because he talk about he's not a LeBron-centric channel. I got you. Well, that makes sense then. Because I'm like, I don't know. Because I ran across FYF Sports Debates and Low, Legend of Winning. I'm like, how I never seen that channel? Y'all saying that's not a LeBron centric channel. He talk about all the games. Got you. But yeah, so the point that I'm making is that basically it's not always based on your history. If it is, then if you're looking at LeBron James, of course you're going to get hate channels, right? I look up LeBron James, so are you right? That's probably why I get hate channels coming up too. I don't say LeBron James is the greatest videos. I don't look those up. I just put in LeBron James in my search, and that's probably why I get all them other channels too. I ran across Dreamers Pro because I was looking for LeBron James, and I remember his video popping up. That's how I ran it. What's the dude, Chronicles of Judah? Y'all remember him from back in the day? Only reason I came across his channel because I was looking for LeBron James content. This was like right after LeBron won in 2016. And I ran across the Chronicles of Judah page like in 2017, something like that, right? So yeah. MJ would never call Reggie Miller or Patrick Ewing for help. He say LeBron was getting his A whoop, so he phoned a friend. Okay, bro. I got Michael Jordan #1 overall. So what's your point you trying to prove to me? He said, which proves your point, Mac. If you type in Michael Jordan, you're not going to see a bunch of hate pages. You're not. Because YouTube does not incentivize Michael Jordan hate. It does not. I don't like I'm being real with y'all. Anybody that make Michael Jordan hate videos, I don't think their channel gonna do that well. Because YouTube is a conservative playground. And conservatives, for the most part, love LeBron James. My personal favorite player is LeBron James. LeBron James. Yeah. I got Mike is the, you said who the greatest? I would have Mike, but my personal favorite, LeBron James. That's by far. And matter of fact, Chronicles of Judah, he used to talk about Kobe's game, and Chronicles of Judah had a lot of people that loved him because he made a lot of LeBron slander content. But whenever he made Kobe slander content, they would be like, it gets a little weird when you talk about Kobe. And he would always say that. He would be like, y'all always kill me with it. You know, I like when you talk about LeBron, you talk about how he's not that good, but it gets a little weird when you talk about Kobe. Because most of the time, people think if you trash LeBron, trashing LeBron goes hand in hand with loving Kobe Bryant or loving Michael Jordan majority of the time, right? And some would say loving LeBron James go hand in hand with trashing Michael Jordan and trashing Kobe. They, you know what I'm saying? But what did he say? I don't see much Kobe hate. Yeah, I mean, just since Kobe's passing, you're not gonna find too much Kobe hate content. I'm gonna tell the truth about him on this channel. I don't care. But it's like one brother just comment, why is LeBron your favorite player? That's the guy I watch from beginning to end. I like the way he played the game. I've always felt like he's played the right way. He's always been an exciting player for me. Watching a 6'9" dude be a locomotive freight train from end to end that can pass at the clip that he passes at. That again could just a very skilled player. That was fun for me to watch. You was 10 when LeBron got drafted. Yep. 2003. I was 10 years old. Yeah. And at that point, I had been watching basketball and was knowing what I was watching since I was 7. Because I was around basketball a lot. My cousin, Gerard Young, he earned a scholarship to play at West Virginia University, went to St. Rita High School in Chicago. So I was watching basketball a lot with my cousin, my dad, my grandmama, you know? So, yeah, but I was 10 years old when Bron got drafted. And by year 4, I knew LeBron was like my favorite player all time at that point. In year 4, when I watched Detroit, him against Detroit. But yeah, by Bron's second year, that I was like, yeah, he won the ones. Bubba Chuck is my favorite player ever. Kevin Durant is my second player forever. Ant-Man might be my third. Yeah. Allen Iverson was my favorite player as a kid before LeBron. AI and Shaq. Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal were my favorite players. But AI had the edge. He had the edge. I was not a Laker fan. But I like Shaq a lot. He was just fun to watch to me because you couldn't stop him. And Allen Iverson being a small guy, going amongst the trees, scoring, carrying the team like that. That was fun for me to watch. You said so. You really? I didn't. No. Only year I remember Michael Jordan playing was '98. And I remember that I was 5 years old, but I remember that because me and my dad would be sitting on the couch watching the Bulls games a lot. Me, my dad, my auntie, my grandmama, all of that, you know? Yeah, that fourth quarter and them 2 overtimes, the fourth quarter and those 2 overtimes against Detroit, that kind of like solidified me as like LeBron being my favorite player all the time when I saw that, you know? Depending on how Ant-Man career goes, of course, but I believe Ant-Man will win a few scoring titles, at least 1 defensive player of the year. You think Ant gonna win defensive player of the year? He do that. That's man. Were you a Melo fan? Yes, I was. Now, funny thing about that, when Melo was coming out of college and LeBron was coming into the league, I thought Melo was gonna be better than LeBron, right? By their second year, I said, oh no. I could tell Bron was on something different. But at first, I thought Melo was going to be better than Bron coming out of, because what Melo had done, like leading Syracuse to a national championship as a freshman with Jerry McNamara, Eric Devendorf, and them on the team. Like what? I was like, yeah, we had never seen that. So I thought he was going to be better than Bron. But by that second year, I said, oh, no, But Melo was my guy. I love Melo. Love Melo. But I still love Melo. Even when Bron was my favorite, I still love Melo. I still love watching Melo. D-Wade would have been and was better than Bron, but the injuries ruined him. Anyone who remembers knows I'm not lying. Wade was a dog. I don't think he would have been better than Bron, injuries or not, though. I just think Bron was just somebody. Wade was an animal, though. The best shot blocking guard I'd ever seen in my life. Was a dog or a warrior, for real. But I don't think now Wade, I don't think he was better than Bron. But he won his third year. That was phenomenal. He was a dog, though. He was an absolute dog. For real. But I don't think he would have been all-time better than Bron. But he was an absolute dog. I never seen a guard block shots like that either. That was crazy. And Wade could take over games. Wade used to be doing some crazy stuff, boy. Did you root for the Nuggets against the Lakers and own that? Absolutely, Zeddy. Absolutely, I rooted for the Lakers. You know that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, now Wade was clutch, though. He was clutch. He knew how to win. Yeah, he definitely knew how to win. Mm-hmm. TJ, I love TJ Ford. Shout out TJ Ford from Texas. Him and Royal Ivy. You know, man, I got a lot of respect for TJ, man. TJ had them spinal injuries, man, and messed them up. But I like TJ a lot. I like TJ Ford. Prime Bron made 13 All-NBA team. Wade made 2 All-NBA first team. Too many who's better than who's when it comes to our grace. I mean, yeah, but I guess that's how sports go. Hold on, y'all. My son want me to turn the TV back on. Hold on. Yeah, I come. As a Hawks fan, TJ Ford was here. Marcus, what's going on, man? What's happening, family? I love Jason Kidd. I think he was better than that. Yeah, I think Jason Kidd was better than Nash, too. Now, again, that's an unpopular opinion, but I always liked Jason Kidd better than Steve Nash. Always. He was a better defender. I thought having Jason Kidd on your team was more valuable than Steve Nash, because I think you could actually get to the finals with Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was my favorite point guard to watch. During that era, Jason Kidd was my favorite PG. Hands down. I love watching J Kidd. I love the way he played. I don't know. He was just the ultimate point guard for real. And I just liked watching him, man. He was a winner. He carried the Heat team. People be acting like Shaq was still. No, he wasn't. Antoine Walker was the second leading scorer on that Miami Heat team when they won. That's my brother. And Antoine is my brother's right-hand man. My brother Teddy, Twan be with my brother every day. Literally. I'm gonna have to have Twan on the channel. I'm gonna have to have Antoine on the channel because Twan be with my brother every day. My brother just had his birthday party. Twan was up in there with him. But yeah, Antoine was the second leading scorer on the team, on the Miami Heat team. Shaq was, let me tell you something. Shaq was exiting his prime when he left LA, which is why Jerry Buss, when Kobe came to Jerry Buss and said either he goes or I go, Jerry Buss said he knew he had to keep Kobe. Kobe was 6 years younger, and Shaq was exiting his prime years. So yeah, he was definitely when he came to Miami. He was exiting in prime years, and by the time when they won, he was no longer prime Shaquille O'Neal at all. CP3 is my favorite point guard ever. Scott Foster should be in jail for ruining CP's career. I like Chris Paul. That was my guy too. A lot of people was mad. I had Chris Paul better than Darren Williams during that point guard time, even though people, Darren went to Illinois. So everybody was looking at me crazy. But I like Chris better than Darren. But Darren was nice though. And the Twan was a second leading scorer, but Shaq was still an All-NBA player, even though he wasn't peak Shaq. Damn, he was, huh? Now look, now DeShannon. Most people would tell you that Kobe Bryant is better than LeBron James because 5 is greater than 4, right? By that logic, shouldn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they got Kobe Bryant second all time. Shouldn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar be ahead of Kobe Bean Bryant? But they don't do that, do they, DeShannon? You know what I'm saying? Do they, DeShannon? Do they, DeShannon? Kareem got 6, and they put a dude that got one league MVP over Kareem. Do that make sense, DeShannon? Absolutely not. No. He going crazy, ain't he? He going in up in his mind. He growling out of his. He said DeShannon making us look bad. I'm gonna show you how the NBA narratives, period, make people hate players. Didn't like Curry and KD teaming up to win those chips, right? But now I'm a Curry guy. He's my second favorite PG all time. That's real. Now I had that discussion on my channel that Steph not a real PG. But Steph is a phenomenal player. Outstandingly. But I will never say Steph is a better point guard than Isaiah Thomas, nor Magic Johnson. I can't do it. But he's a better player than Zeke. Had a better career than Zeke. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't saying he a better point guard than Isaiah Thomas. I ain't doing that. Nah. KD should have been the best, greatest ever, in my opinion. He just realized the agenda and got disinterested, in my opinion. I think KD I mean, there's a lot of stuff. KD lost a 3-1 lead. They should have beat Golden State that year. There's a lot of times KD just, he came up short at times. Yeah, I just think, I don't know. At certain times he didn't deliver when he probably should have in certain instances. And LeBron has not delivered in times when he should have as well. But I just think overall, he said, I would pick Stephon Marbury. Oh, no. Absolutely not, bro. Starberry ain't nowhere near Steph Curry. Oh, no. But I do think KD has one of the most effortless offensive games I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a player like him in my entire life. I remember watching him at Texas and thinking, this is crazy. I was hoping and praying the Bulls could somehow draft him. I knew it was over with, but yeah. He said maybe in China. Vaseline eater is not over Steph Curry. We're not going to do petroleum jelly eater. Talking about as far as a point guard, shit, I don't know if Stephon. I mean, Stephon got career averages, I think. I think his assist numbers is better. It's better than Steph's, for real. But I don't think, I still wouldn't think. Because when Steph was at the helm, his teams was not really he wasn't making deep playoff pushes like that. Steph was never, he says Steph or 2, bro. Yeah, Steph played like a combo guard, for real, more than a point guard. That's why he's labeled as a point guard. But I would never, say he's a better point guard than Isaiah Thomas. Black Mall say Craig Hodges be keeping it too real in these interviews. No, you got people mad at Craig because Craig said Scottie Pippen was just as good as Michael Jordan, or he might have said Scotty was better or something. I remember people getting mad about something he said recently. I don't know, and people was heated. Didn't Craig say something like that? Like Scotty was just as good as Mike? He said Craig was spitting. Ill Logic, man, what's happening, big dog? What's the word with you? Didn't they label Ben Simmons as a point guard? Yeah, they did initially. Yeah, that's over with. Stephon, the reason why Nash won their first MVP. Exactly. That's a great point. Because the Suns were horrible. Horrible with Stephon. Steve Nash came over there. They got the getting it cracking. Craig Hodges did say that. Yeah. Now Black Maul. Was Craig spitting when he said that, Black Maul? Was Craig Hodges spitting when he said Scotty was just as good as Mike? LeBron just needs to retire, dog. He's not that guy, bro. Bro, he averaging 21 points a game on 50% shooting from the field with 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Why he need to retire, bro? He playing better than the number 1 overall pick right now, Alex Sarr. And he need to retire. What? No, what's not Alex Sarr? Who was number 1 overall pick? Not Alex Sarr. The first round draft pick. Who was the number 1 overall pick that year? I don't even know. Who was the number 1 overall draft pick? Who was it? Alex Sarr averaging 18 a game. Bron averaging 21 a game. Bron playing better than him right now. So, yeah. LeBron is a stat king. It's not. I mean, Joe, the Lakers are like 20. They got like 21 wins right now, bro. Like, you got to, in order to put up stats, you got to hoop, though, right? Like, y'all say he a stat king, but like, if you to play well, you got to put up numbers, bro. Like, that, like, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, Kwame subscribe to my channel, bro. Like, he steady be popping up in here all the time. Steady be popping up in here all the time. He subscribed to the channel, or somebody told him to pop up on here all the time. I'm telling y'all, it's somebody that be telling him when I'm on live, and they be like, but yeah, I mean, LeBron, he playing better than Alex Sarr. So to say he need to retire, he averaging 21 a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists on 51% shooting. Hey, look. Always talking about what I say and never pull up. The day you told me to pull up, really, the day you told me to pull up, that was Christmas Day, right? So I wasn't pulling up then because I had a little Christmas gathering to go to. But yeah. Bron stand on one end, wait for the ball, then they'll run on the defensive end. It's really sad. I mean, he was all second team All NBA last year, Kwame. You saying he didn't deserve to be second team All NBA? Last year he was bumming it. Kwame talking about exactly. How many dudes y'all know playing defense for real? How many dudes you know playing defense? Let's be for real, G. He talking about exactly, Kwame. Now, Kwame. Is LeBron, or is he not playing better than your LA Laker teammate Kobe Bryant was in his last year? Nah, you say Pistons. Shout out to the Pistons. They playing well. Shout out to my Detroit. That's them. The cousins to my Chicago, Illinois city. You feel me? But like, let's be for real. Don't ask him that, man. I know he ain't gonna answer truthfully. He's not gonna answer truthfully. You call the truth hating. It's amazing. I never said a coach was hating on me for showing that film. I didn't when I didn't run back. No, what I call hating, Kwame, is you look for reasons to every game the Lakers play. You look for reasons to say LeBron is not that good. You say LeBron's career is media driven. And what I said, Kwame, is how can a guy who averages 30 points in his third year, how could that be media driven in an era where defense was played at a high level? And LeBron third year, defense was played at a high level. All them tough ass dudes y'all knew around here, all them, I'm a strong back in the day, I'm a man's man. They was all in the league. And he led the league in scoring, bro. He led the league in scoring. So how can that be media driven? That sounds ridiculous, bro. That sounds ridiculous, but deflecting to everything else don't work. I watch film. You upset about film call going to the free throw line? No, I'm not deflecting, bro. You said LeBron James' career is media driven and didn't win ish. Bro, y'all, let me tell you something, Kwame. He didn't win. He didn't win. He did not. But this is the same media that praised Michael Jeffrey Jordan for scoring 63 in the Garden? And the young kids don't know Mike and them got swept. He didn't win ish that time, right? But they praised him scoring 63 in the Garden. And he got swept the entire series, right? So if we're going to point out, oh, he didn't win, he averaged 30 clip, a 30 ball in his third year. That's hateration, holleration in this dancery. Do you got on your Mary J. Blige boots, Kwame? Do you got them boots on? Because that does sound crazy. You feel me? Like, people only talk about how Mike put up 63 in the Garden. They don't even know he got swept. They don't know he got swept. So your point that he didn't win, what does that mean? I know Kwame got the Mary J. Blige. Hate all that hateration, holleration in this dancery. You know that. The kids don't even know Mike got swept. They think he won that game or won that series because he put up 63. What? So he didn't win ish. It sound good. It sound good, right? But Mike ain't won nothing that series or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We arguing that Bron is great. It's crazy. It apply to both. I'm a fan of the game, not men. If you say it, see, this the problem. You say it applies to both, but I only see you verbally apply it to one man. That is the issue. You verbally apply, oh, he didn't win, so it don't count. You verbally apply that to LeBron James only. I ain't never seen you in my natural born life ever say Mike he don't get credit because he ain't win. I ain't never seen you utter that, bro. I ain't never seen you utter that. I didn't see you stuttering. You hear me? So all of that, it applies to both. It don't apply to both when you talk. I only see you talk about one dude. It don't, that LeBron James is a Mount Rushmore player, Kwame, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, only one man playing right now. Hold on. Yes. But you said that one man's whole entire career was a media push. You got to be drunk off that bill to be saying that, boy. So just you can talk about, because you can say other channels do this. We're gonna talk about the greatness of this player, that player. I'm not a big MJ fan, but he's better than LeBron. Bro, I got Yeah, what's going on? I got Mike number 1, and I got Bron too. So what we talking about? Hold on, Kwame, what's going on? Hello? Let me see. I don't know what happened. I couldn't hear him. Yeah, it might have been bad reception. Hold on. My man say I'm not a big MJ fan, but I mean I got Michael Jordan number 1. That's what y'all. That is so crazy. Because I'm a fan of LeBron, y'all think I got Bron number 1. I got Mike number 1 and Bron number 2. But if you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ahead of LeBron James, that's perfectly fine with me, right? But yeah, but MJ fans only care about okay. There you go. Yes, sir. Hello, hello. I don't know why he is like. It may be his signal bad or something like that. Um. Y'all is crazy, boy. So this is the thing, though. Like I said before, y'all think because I'm a fan of LeBron James that I got him number 1 overall. I don't. But I just think it's crazy to me that there is this what's the word I'm looking for? There is this push to be like, oh, he needs to just hurry up and get up out of here. What is we talking about? Antonio McDyess is the GOAT. He crazy. Calvin, he played in Denver. So that was your boy, Calvin. I know that was your boy. Calvin just saying anything. That's what he be doing. He say anything over here, man. Calvin come through here and say LaFonso Ellis was better than Bron. Lying about what? What do you say? What he said put that brown looker down. You are a Bron sexual, not a fan of the game, clown. I'm a fan of basketball. I know more basketball than you, Christian Navarrete. I know more basketball than you know. I'm a fan of the game. Which is why I don't denigrate LeBron James. Yeah, shout out to him for trying to come up on here. I don't know what's wrong with the signal though, or something, because when I pull him up, I can never hear him. Said, no, you don't. Yes, I do. Best and greatest list should be separated. I don't know the difference between the best and greatest though. Like, I don't know you know what I'm saying? You are defending that cheating bomb. Cheating like how? Like, I don't. I'm glad you two are finally able to debate at least if he's able to get through. Yeah, for sure. That's the problem. They ain't a fan. You said, Dingo, that's the problem. They ain't fans of the game. Yeah, most of the LeBron haters are not fans of basketball at all. Here you go again. Yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir.
can you hear me? All right,
Yeah, I hear
happy
you
New
now.
Year to
Yep.
you, to your chat. I
Happy
had to
New
get my
Year.
laptop out. No, but I'm not trying to debate. What I put up is not debatable. I was a
Uh-huh.
part of I was a part of film sessions when I played in the league, and it wasn't to hurt feelings; it was to hold you accountable. And LeBron James is not running
Hmm.
up and down the court, and that's irrefutable facts. And when he's capable of doing it, because when he gets the basketball in his hand, he can run 9,000 miles an hour and still dunk over people at 41 and through people at 41. But then when he turns
Hmm.
the ball over, he stands and he watches, and it puts the Lakers at a deficit, and none of the media pundits talk about it.
I think they're talking about the defensive woes of the Lakers right now, currently. Personally, I think that's really been the conversation, the discussion between him and Luka Doncic. They've been the one they talk about lagging defensively, and I've seen that on national media platforms. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
their new whipping boy is Luka Doncic. They say that LeBron James is 41. Who can expect him to play defense? Gilbert Arenas has yelled out over and over again, he's 41. He's 41. And if that's the case, he needs to go home. He needs to throw his shoes over the power line and let it hang
uh-huh,
because it's over with. Because if you can't run back on defense, that is a letdown to the team. And so no mainstream media is saying it in that way. LeBron James, by him allowing it to be 4-on-5 in transition, they have a LeBron problem, and it's not just a Luka problem. Luka has a hard time playing defense as well, but at least Luka will run back down the court, and he'll try to guard Kevin Durant, which LeBron always guard the worst offensive guy on the team, and then he stands there and does nothing. He doesn't 2-9. He doesn't stun at the basketball. His plus minus is the worst in on the Lakers because you have to have energy and effort to play defense. And at 41, unfortunately, your energy and effort it decreases. And I'm not taking away from nothing LeBron has done in the past. He is one of the
uh-huh.
top players that ever played the game. But right
Yeah.
now, at 41, he cannot carry the threat on both ends of the court, and that's just a fact.
Nah, I don't think he can carry that load on both ends of the court anymore. That's not, and I don't think that's even in question, right? Now I think he can be keep guys a little honest a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He can keep guys honest, but yeah, he can't be exemplary defender at this point in his career. Truthfully, he ain't hasn't been an exemplary defender since the prime years, since his prime years, which was I feel like his physical prime was in Miami, really.
I
Or
agree. Yeah, he hadn't played really
yeah,
good defense since 2018.
yeah,
To me,
right.
he still can play defense at about 2018.
Now,
But to
so
me, it's not. He's to me, he has to conserve too much energy in order to play. He takes plays off so that he can average a certain amount. LeBron James, if he averaged about 14 points coming off the bench because a zebra doesn't change his stripes, he don't know how to play off the ball. He's ended up standing in the corner. So LeBron James should come off the bench,
mm,
let the Beach Boys, as Too Raw say, Too Raw for TV, call them the Beach Boys, allow Luca and allow Reeves to get their stuff off. And then when you sub out Reeves, you bring LeBron in and you let him do his thing. That's what he knows how to do. He would end up averaging better numbers coming off the bench and having more energy for the game doing it that way. The only reason why they won't do it is because of legacy. That's the only reason why.
now I'm gonna say this. I think LeBron James can play off ball, bro. I really do. I think he
Show
can
me,
play off
show
ball.
me the play that LeBron James does off ball. Because when he's off ball, he's standing in the corner or standing out top.
I don't think he needs the ball. Like I think he can play off ball, and I think at times you've seen him with Luca playing off ball. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, stand, and even if it's standing trying to get the open shot, I don't think he has to play in his with the ball in his hands all game no more. Because Luca the one running that
This,
show.
this what I wish though. I wish they didn't have so many entertainers talking basketball because when somebody like me talk real basketball, it's looked at as hate. And it's nothing to do with hate. I call every player out. But this LeBron James debate has made me sick. 2 years ago, I said they
Mhm.
need to stop doing this because
So,
you have to
so
take away from one black man in order to lift up another one. They should stop doing this. They don't do this to Tom Brady. They don't do this to none of the white quarterbacks, no black players. Who's better, Jerry West or Larry Bird?
no,
We don't
I
never
think they do.
have.
There was a conversation about who was better between Tom Brady and what's my man name? God damn, Joe Montana. That was a
They shut
conversation
that shit
for a
down
while.
quick. White folks is not allowing that. They shut that down quick. Though, how come they don't
But
debate about who's better, Larry Bird or Jerry West?
I don't know. But
We got football players talking basketball, and they're doing it in a way where they try to overtalk actual basketball players because they're emotional and they are personally attached to a player. You can't be a fan of the game and be that personally invested with LeBron or with what Steph Curry or with whatever your favorite player is. If you are a commentator, if you're a sports personality, you're supposed to be unbiased. You're supposed to, speak about the game in its purest way. But now we don't have that. We have a bunch of controlled media and we have a bunch of fanboys that as soon as you say something that's correct about the game, they automatically call you a hater. Even if I show it on
so
film, I call it a film session and I say, hey, LeBron didn't run back. I show it right here. They say, you a bust. I'm like, two things could be true. I could be a bust, but his ass didn't run back.
here's the thing though, right? Because there is a thing as obvious hate. I'm a point first. I don't think you talk. I think you talk about Bron the more. Like you say you critique everybody. When LeBron played, I think you point out LeBron's negative plays more than anybody. Like more than
I
any other player.
100%, I
More than any
100%
other
do.
player.
I 100% do.
And yeah,
That's
so
not
and
that's
that is the
not
thing.
hate. That's called yin and the yang. It has to be balanced in life. I don't believe in idol worship in anybody, and the media does
And
not
that's
ever say when he does anything wrong. So I'm going to be the guy that points it out. It got to be
and
a
that's
balance in
perfectly
life.
and that's perfectly fine where you don't have to be an idol worshiper, right? But my thing is this though, because and I'm gonna point it to this. Stephon Marbury. I remember Stephon. It was a thing with Stephon. LeBron didn't dap up Stephon on during the Olympics last year, and that's because I remember for almost a 2-year period, every other day, Stephon was saying how LeBron was how you the king and you missing a free throw. This was every day, every other day, to the point where Dwayne Wade said, "I gotta stop following you because this is what it is." And as far as you saying balance, like nah, I can't never say it's balance in that. No, because if you saying you only say you point out the LeBron negative plays because the media don't, right? There's been others, it's other players across the league. Like, for example, you say LeBron don't play off ball. LeBron better off ball than Luka Doncic, 100%. 100%, because he'll cut to the basket at least. He cut to the basket, all of that, try to figure out what Luka don't do that. So that is the issue where it's like we're gonna focus on everything negative he does. But anybody else, we offer him. And it's because, Kwame, you and I know LeBron slander gets incentivized on YouTube. You know that. There are more like if I was a LeBron hate channel, my numbers would be through the roof. That's on my mama now.
You would get
And
flagged
everybody
down.
know that.
You would get flagged down, and you would get your stuff on yellow. I don't know
You
why people think that talking against LeBron or telling the truth about LeBron gets you paid. It actually
or
does the opposite.
you know you can dispute them yellow things. That you can dispute that on YouTube Studio. But one,
Just saying, you
do
put his name in the title and you put something like he played bad, it's going to go to yellow right off the rip. I'm not saying you can't dispute them, but I'm saying I want to debunk the notion that you keep spewing out that if you talk bad about LeBron somehow that you're just going to go through the roof. No,
Kwame, look at the
Clutch
views.
Sports is the world, bro. Trust me.
Look at the views. I can name you Dreamers Pro. Your boy Drink Charles Tabansky. Oh my God. He make 40 LeBron videos a month. All them videos about LeBron do way better numbers than all his other videos. Scap Attack. He another one. Now he hate everything LeBron James do, but everything Kobe has ever done, he give a pass to. I seen a man say, like, he really like I front on everything I love. When Cole quit and stopped shooting the ball, that was cool. That was fine. If LeBron James do that, it's an issue. It's like, and they give it an excuse. Oh, he was trying to prove a point. What do that mean? That's quitting. Cause you mad at the
You
media
should
for
have did
saying you
your
shouldn't have ball too
homework.
much?
You should have did your homework on Dreamers Pro because he used to be such a pro LeBron James
He
fan.
did, and
It
I
was
wonder what
no
happened.
wait,
I
wait,
know
wait,
that.
wait, 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 wait. It wasn't until LeBron James and his fans, they always do this. They turn people off. LeBron can't never be blamed for anything. It's
Oh my,
always his teammates. It's always somebody else. Now that he won't run back, guess what the media is saying now? We don't have any defensive players. We need to get some more players. They can't play 4-on-5. Just the last game with the Pistons, LeBron stood there. A guy that was behind him ran down there after they missed a shot and got the dunk. LeBron has to get his ass down court. And you guys can be a fan of LeBron, but you at least got to say that. Don't be so fanned out of the game that you can't be true to the game. And that's what
so
LeBron has done to y'all fans. Y'all love this man so much, y'all will disrespect the game. Where I come from, if your ass don't run back down court, your ass getting thrown off that court, and we getting somebody else on this court that can hustle.
and
We ain't
but
waiting on somebody to stand there and cherry pick the basketball game. That's bullshit. That's why
but
he
see,
averages so much. He cherry picks.
but see, this is what I'm saying though. You just said you blaming LeBron fans. Let me tell you something, bro.
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just telling you
You
that's what
said
he said.
LeBron
That's what
fans
he
turned him
said.
off. That's not
Yeah.
truth. He
And
figured
some
out.
of the antics. No, listen, there's some of the things that LeBron was able to do after he caught COVID. LeBron James didn't have to sit out. There's a lot of different rules for him that gives him this elitist type mindset, and you
Bro,
guys are okay with it.
all great players get
No,
rules and
no, that's
they
not
expect you to.
that's not true. That's
That's
not
a
true.
fact, bro. That's a fact,
Nobody
bro.
has had control. Listen, no player has had an agent that runs a sports organization that he is directly allegedly tied to.
And
No
why Michael
NBA
Jordan can get
player.
it cracking? Michael Jordan, that's his
See,
fault for
now
letting
you
the
want to
white
just
boys run him.
you putting
He
your opinion over facts. The fact
no
is,
no no no
no
no.
other player had a
So his
chokehold over
homie.
the league like LeBron. None.
So why? Hold on. First of all, a lot of the rules
He
changed.
got
One,
his
because
son in the league,
for
and he got
Michael
a heart
Jordan.
problem and 5 points.
So listen. Hold on. Kobe Carl was in the league. Kwame. Kobe fucking Carl, bro. What is we talking? He got
Kobe
a D.
Carl will punish Bronny James.
Kobe Carl was a bum. He not Kobe
Kobe
Carl was never
Carl
like
is
that.
way. Come on, bro. Come on,
Come
bro.
on,
Kobe
he was
Carl
never like
is
that.
way
Never.
better than Bronny James. Look at his
Come on.
college resume. Okay, all you got to do is look up the numbers, bro. Look up his college resume. I know you thought that
Nah,
was a good idea to say that, but you go compare him to Bronny with a heart condition. There's no man in America get drafted with a heart condition. He only got drafted because of his daddy. So the NBA is no longer a place where it's the best of the best. As if your daddy was
bro.
that good, we can get your tomato can son in the league.
Listen, how did Kobe Carl get in the league? He was nice. Come
I
on,
just
man.
told
It's
you
always
better than Bronny.
people always
He's
people.
better than
If
Bronny.
you're a superstar player, you can pull them
You
strings if
moving
you
off
want
the
to.
topic now. You moving off the topic, and you're doing a great job of deflecting because Kwame Brown shows videos of LeBron James not going up and down the court, not helping, not
And
2-9ing. And because I did that, you're saying that the video is hating and Kwame Brown is hating. So is his coach
no,
hating too? Because Coach JJ
no,
Redick said that he got to get some more energy and effort out of LeBron. So is JJ Redick hating as well?
no. That's so. First of all, LeBron can play. He can play much better defense. I'm not disputing that. My problem is like when you just said, oh, his the fans are like people don't like LeBron because his fans. They always want you to do this and that.
I
Let
didn't
me tell
say
you
that. I
something, man.
said Dreamers Pro has a video up, and he explained why he's not liking LeBron. I'm not saying everybody else. I'm speaking specifically
Okay,
towards
for
Dreamers
Dreamers
Pro.
Pro, right? And that's a lie. Cause one, he realized if you hate LeBron James, it does numbers on YouTube more than any other. Cause LeBron James, it's a YouTube is a cesspool for LeBron James hate. We all know that. One, he say
What do you
LeBron fans
call
turn
hate?
people off.
But see, that word hate is spread so thin. It's almost like the word racism. Nobody care about it because you say hate with things you don't agree with. And even though I show video
Bro,
of
if you
LeBron
say
not
if you no,
running back, hold
let me
on.
say an example of
Even
hate.
though I show video of LeBron not running back, you've called it hate. So then you water that word down and oversaturate it. So now nobody respects it. because people can see the video. They go to my page and say, damn, they calling Kwame a hater of LeBron. And then they'll go and see
bro.
that Kwame is just saying LeBron didn't 2-9. And anybody that got basketball knowledge can see that he didn't do it. So if you calling
So,
me a hater for pointing out the fact that he didn't do something, it's just because you don't like that I pointed it out.
no, that's
That's
not.
sad.
When you say LeBron is a media, his career is media generated. It's his
It
stardom.
is. And I can back that up if you're ready to hear it.
Bro. Let me
I can
no. That's hate.
back up
That's
my
hate.
claim if you're ready to hear it. That's not
When you
hate,
average
it's
30 a
opinion.
game, when you lead the league in scoring in your
Okay,
third
but
year,
you already said
that's
that. You
not the
already said
media
that
doing it.
before. Shouldn't you want to know why I made the statement though? Instead of you
No, because
putting
it's
out a
not.
narrative, instead of you just saying that and calling it hate and putting out a narrative, I'm saying I can back up what I said.
That's that
Would you like
because
to
that's
hear it?
okay. That's Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I run a business, and the NBA is a business. It's the business of basketball. They called this young man the chosen one, and he got a tattoo before he even got in the league and done anything. How did the
Yeah.
NBA know? Hold on, let me land my plane. How did the NBA know to market this young kid that at first they wanted to do a one and done rule before that, but now they know to market this kid as the chosen one, and they know already that he's the chosen one. And then anything you put marketing, advertising dollars behind, you're going to protect and make sure you give it the best possible chance of succeeding. And if you look at how many great players LeBron James has played with, no other player in NBA history has played with the top 75 and top great players as LeBron James has played with. So that's
He,
what my claim comes from.
he did that by moving on his own, bro. The media, the league didn't set that up. He moved on his own to go with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, right? He moved on his own to come back after his
No,
contract was finished.
the league could block a trade the same way they did Chris Paul to Kobe Bryant.
He went over. He went to Cleveland. He went over there. That was him moving on his own merits doing that. So
If Kobe Bryant would have tried to team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris
in
Bosh,
free agency, they would have shut it
I
down. In free
guarantee
agency,
you, David Stern would have blocked it the same way he blocked the Chris Paul trade. That trade was already over and done with, and David Stern blocked it because he thought that would be unfair. But all of a
but they
sudden,
didn't. But they
LeBron
didn't.
could play
But
with the
look,
top two players at that position at the time in the league. Chris Bosh was the top power forward at the time /
for real.
center. Dwayne Wade was the number 1 2 guard in the league. And some people say he's one of the best 2 guards in NBA history. And
He is.
LeBron James just so happened to end up on the same team with him, and you compare him to Mike? That's crazy.
And what I'm saying is, you can't block free agency, Kwame. If Kobe went over in free
I
agency,
just gave you
who's
an
gonna block
example
that?
that they did. I just gave you an
So
example that David Stern, the league did. They blocked the trade with Chris Paul.
that's not free agency though. That's a
Yes,
trade.
it was. He was already a done deal to the Lakers. It was in the free agent market. It was a trade. And
Man, so
LeBron James has his agent that works for Clutch Sports. They can get any trade they want. Do you not know Nerlens Noel sued the Los Angeles Lakers? Not Los Angeles Lakers. I'm sorry. Sued Clutch
who's
Sports.
Clutch Sports?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I know
And
that.
why did he sue Clutch Sports?
I'm
If
trying
you
to
say
remember, was it
LeBron
because
James don't have no power, why did Nerlens Noel sue Clutch Sports?
what is he? I'm trying to remember. Was it a deal or something?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
bet
remember.
you
What
don't
was the
remember.
deal?
LeBron James and that Clutch Sport wagon, they flexed their power, and they had to pay that for it.
Now listen, Kwame. Again. You saying it's a lot that you said that I got to go over. Hold on, because it's a lot.
No,
Um,
what I'm saying is the truth. The Clippers would have been right out. Nerlens Noel would have been in the West Coast and playing against LeBron James. They
you
didn't
think
want that.
Nerlens Noel was gonna stop LeBron James? Nerlens Noel.
Nobody said anything about stopping anybody. But he's a shot blocker, athletic, big, and a runner. Nobody want to deal with that problem at the time. So
Man,
you shouldn't tamper with that. Well, why did they lose
no.
the money then?
You said that. Let me tell you this. You said the
Allegedly. Why did
NBA.
they
You
lose
said the
allegedly?
NBA would conspire against like Kobe Bryant. They traded you for Pau
What
Gasol, brother.
I'm asking
Pau
you
Gasol. They traded you for Pau
I'm
Gasol,
asking
bro.
you about the block trade with Kobe Bryant. Why did they
They
block the
traded
trade with
no.
Kobe
You
Bryant?
said they would. You said that they would move.
I ain't
They would.
saying anything. I'm saying look it up and put it on the screen.
No,
See if
you
they blocked
said
the
I
trade
showed no no
with
no no no
Kobe
no no
Bryant.
no 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 no. Let's walk it back.
You don't
You
even want to look
said
it up.
you said they would stop anything. Like if Kobe Bryant tried the team do this and do that,
Yes,
they traded you
they
for Pau Gasol, bro.
already stopped them. They already stopped them.
But they traded you for Pau Gasol, a
They didn't
great
trade me
power
for that.
forward.
That is absolutely false. They didn't trade me for Paul Gasol. You don't even know the trade. That money
Like,
that money doesn't even work.
they got Pau Gasol over there. If they really was conspiring against him, Pau Gasol was a great power forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
The money you don't even. What was that trade? What was that actual trade? Because I know that's the tagline. That's the tagline that they tell you for a joke. But you don't know shit about basketball. I can tell you, because Paul Gasol's brother was also in that trade. Mark Gasol.
okay. But
See,
my point is,
this is what happened when they hire entertainers to talk sports, because y'all care more about making jokes than knowing actual basketball. Because the actual trade was myself, Aaron McKee, and Javaris Crittenton, and we all went to Memphis, and Mark Gasol came over to Memphis, and Paul Gasol went over to the motherfucking Lakers. So Mark Gasol was a part of that trade. So Tracy McGrady, dumb punk ass, did that little joke. And Mark Gasol was only a couple points shy of his brother. And some say he was a little better than his brother. So Mark Gasol was in that trade, sir.
Okay.
So when you speak about that trade, now you actually know what's up.
I stand corrected, right? But my point is, Pau Gasol went over there, though. And if they was against him, you think they were going to let...
Paul Gasol was Zydrunas Ilgauskas. They averaged the same points.
No, we're not finna do that.
Sir, look up. Sir, you're getting emotional. You're getting emotional.
Look up. Pau was always better than... He was better than Zydrunas.
You're getting emotional. Look up Zydrunas Ilgauskas stats. Look up Paul Gasol's stats. It is the exact same stats.
No. Zydrunas Ilgauskas...
Y'all act like Kobe Bryant got an all-world player because he got fucking...
Let me tell you something.
He was a 17-a-night guy, just like Zydrunas,
He was 20 a game at that point. 20.
He was 17 a night, sir, for the Lakers. 17 a night.
I'm talking about with Memphis. He was 20 a game, 21 a game.
Losing ass team for his career. He's 17. Look it up. And Zydrunas Ilgauskas is 17. Look it up.
Pau Gasol is a Hall of Famer. Is Zydrunas Ilgauskas a Hall of Famer?
Played with Kobe and he made him that. They averaged the same amount of points as Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
See, here we go.
You gotta learn your game, son. You gotta learn your game.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas could never do. He had a problem. Any athletic big, Zydrunas Ilgauskas had a problem with. Any athletic, Pau Gasol could guard athletic bigs, all of that.
Can you put on the screen the career average for Zydrunas Ilgauskas and put on the screen the average for Paul Gasol?
So a guy can average. Okay, let's be for real right here, right? Okay.
I'm just asking, can we put those both on the screen so the crowd can see that you guys take away from Kobe y'all add Paul Gasol, y'all build him up to like take away from Kobe, but then
you talking like LeBron
James, you won't even let me land the plane. LeBron James had a guy on his team that averaged the same amount of points as Paul Gasol.
Okay, hold on. First of all, okay, let's talk about, because Dwight Howard slaughtered Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Anderson Varejao.
That still don't take away from what I said, though.
No, it does. It does.
No,
because was he marking Pau Gasol? Like Pau Gasol defending him pretty solidly at times. So we're not Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol is much better than, just because they had
not by their career averages.
Come on, bro. Like, come on, fam. We not.
You was just talking about stats. When you was talking about LeBron, you was so proud to say LeBron averaged 21. Now that I told you, now you want to interrupt. Now that I told you Zydrunas and Paul Gasol, this guy that you tried to make like he all world, because y'all be dissing Zydrunas all the time. They average damn near the same points, like 17.8 and 17.3.
Come on. How many? Come on. Pau Gasol made like 6 or 7 All-Star, like 6 All-Star teams, bro. Big Z made 2. And the conference that y'all call the Eastern Conference, he made 2. And it wasn't like come on. Come on.
We ain't talking about when he had a broke foot.
What?
Zydrunas had feet issues.
He was never Pau Gasol. Like we not
They was
doing that.
they was the same player. What are you talking about? A pick
They
and
was
pop
not the
guy.
same player.
What did Paul do that was different than Zydrunas? They pick and pop.
Defend athletic bigs much better, rebounded much better. Big Z was never getting 10 rebounds in his life. In his
You said
life.
Paul Gasol was a defender?
He was better. He was a better defender than Big Z. Big Z was
No, he
averaging.
wasn't.
Big Z.
I
Big
came
Z.
into LA out of shape. I came into LA out of shape with the Detroit Pistons and gave Paul Gasol 19.
What was Pau Gasol a top 5 power forward in the league? I'm asking you that because he
No.
was. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So my
Oh
opinion got
my
to be the
goodness,
same as
Kwame.
yours. Or it's, oh my goodness. Okay, I thought you asked me a question. Just tell me what to say next time.
Listen, don't no. Pau Gasol was not a top 5 power forward. Come on, man.
I
Come
don't
on.
agree with that. Look at how I played Paul Gasol, and I played against all the top power forwards. I guarded them all. And you're telling a guy, you just sitting there on the couch watching. You're telling a guy that's out there defending all these guys from Shaq to everybody one-on-one. Zebo, all of them. I've defended, and you laughing when I'm talking? Man, you need to calm down, man.
Man, listen. I know Pau Gasol better than Zydrunas Ilgauskas. And that
You can
I
say
I'm
you
not
can say
good.
what you think you know, but I've defended both of those men, and I just told you they do the same thing. I'm having fun with you because you just talking. You're an entertainer. You telling a man that's still on the block with Shaq by himself. You telling me what these men can do, and I've read the scouting report and defended these men one-on-one. So it don't make sense. You talking your fucking opinion. I'm telling you my professional opinion, along with I faced these men by myself.
Okay, we're gonna have to add, we'll take a poll. I want to know how many other NBA players will say what you said. We gotta figure that out.
How many of them was power forwards that faced these men by themselves?
We'll have to see what
I
other
hold
power
weight when
forwards
I
say.
talk. I hold
Because
weight
to
when I
act
talk.
like Pau, because this the thing. To act like Pau Gasol with Juggy, he's a Hall of Fame player, bro.
What
Like
was Paul Gasol ain't Hall of Fame to me. I ain't had no problems.
he got over 20,000 buckets, bro. Don't he get
I
20?
wish
How
I,
many
I
game points he got?
if I
20,000,
guarded him every game, he wouldn't have had 20,000 buckets.
You said what now?
If I guarded him every game, because it wasn't a lot of Kwame's on these teams. If I guarded him every game, he wouldn't have had no motherfucking 20,000 points, and that's a fact.
What? Yo, hey, look, Pau Gasol was still putting up numbers against Jermaine O'Neal too. J.O. was an excellent
You
defender.
brought up somebody else when I was talking about me. Shame on you.
Because Jermaine O'Neal was a better defender than you, in my opinion, for sure.
Well, I'm not concerned with your opinion, but like I said, they put me on the block by myself with not just somebody, everybody.
So let me ask you this: you don't think J.O. was a better defender than you?
I ain't
Jermaine
said nothing
O'Neal.
about no. I ain't said nothing about no think. I said you brought up another man when I was talking about me, and then I said a fact. I said they didn't put me on the block by myself with somebody. They put me on the block by myself with everybody.
Man, listen. So okay, because I don't know, man. I ain't. Kwame like
Look in the
Kwame
chat. Look in the chat what Paul Gasol averaged. 17 and 7.
over his
You
career.
said he
Yes,
averaged 20. That's what I said.
I didn't say over
I've
his
been saying
career.
factual state. That's why I ain't went
I
to the
didn't say
yellow
over his
room.
career. I
But I
said
did
his
though.
last year
I
in
did.
Memphis. In his
I
last
did
year,
though.
right? So
I
if you
know.
know I didn't say that, so why would you say I
I
said
know
that?
because I'm
I
trying to
said
get it on record. I'm trying to get it on record that Paul Gasol is a 17-point-a-night guy, just like Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Stop trying to make one seem so great. It don't matter how they score it, they the same motherfucking player.
nah. Big Z, Powell was a better rebounder than Big Z by far. Big Z wasn't. Big Z was out here getting 13 and 7,
That ain't
14
what
and
the
7.
number. That ain't what the numbers say.
Come on, man. Like we not even.
I mean, you
Come
laughing.
on.
You was just so proud to
Come.
say numbers earlier. Now that the numbers don't favor you, you don't like that.
I'm still no. It's not because we can look at them play and tell you Pau Gasol is not the same thing. We can tell you Pau
He's
Gasol is
like
not the same.
he's like, you know what? He's like a 1 or 2 point difference. He's so much better. He's like a 1 or 2 point difference.
Come on, man. We not like so. Okay, let's look at this. Right. Okay. I'm trying to think of a compare because some guys can. be close. Like Kevin Martin. What Kevin Martin was a 2, right? From Sacramento. That was a
Yeah.
2, right? Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin was averaging what, 24, 25, right? Was Kevin Martin the same thing as Tracy McGrady in your opinion? Nah, Mac. Nah,
Yeah.
Orlando Mac was averaging like 30,
Yeah.
30
They're the
clip.
same. They're
Right?
the
They the same
absolute.
to you?
Yeah.
Now, I've criticized Tracy McGrady on this channel quite often
They're not
for his
winners. They're the same. They didn't win
for his
anything. Just
for
like
his
me, I
playoff
didn't win
failures.
anything.
Right.
So you
But
guys you guys give props to guys that just score a bunch of points. I only gave props to MJ when he listened to Phil Jackson and started having controlled chaos. Because before he was just out of control. He was everywhere just trying to score every bucket. And that's not winning basketball.
hey, hold
He
on,
had
and
to
that's a great
learn.
point. Hold on, I'm
Yeah, he had to
sorry.
learn.
1 second. Hey, Marky, that's a great point. Powell came to Chicago later in his career and was all NBA.
After you
Big
leave
Z.
the Lakers and get a reputation, see, y'all don't understand, man. All people try to do is play for a franchise, get a reputation, and that whistle is so plentiful now after that. So of course he is. He's an NBA champion. He all that. So they'll blow the whistle anytime he go to the basket. We're talking about his average. Y'all keep wanting to jump around because y'all trying to debate and argue. I ain't trying to debate and argue. I'm just stating facts and what I believe to be true, my opinion, and then you can state yours. We ain't got to debate.
Right. Okay.
All I do know is the fact is you think these men are much better. I've guarded these men. The coaches left me down there one-on-one, and they knew everything was all right.
All right. Okay. Cool. So Michael, let me see what Michael read best year. Mike was a two guard. Mike can score.
No, I
He
didn't
could play.
say Tracy McGrady and Kevin Martin was on the same level. I said they were the same. They're not winners. They're not champions. I'm not a champion. I'm
I'm
not a
saying on
winner.
the same level, Kwame. I'm not saying just they
No,
not winners.
they're on
I'm
the
saying
same
where they're the
level.
same. Come on,
I
man.
look at
No.
basketball. I
Stop
look
playing
at basketball
semantics.
as
Stop
different
doing
than
that.
you.
Stop playing
No,
semantics.
listen.
Here. Don't do that.
Let me educate you. I'm a fan of the game. I told you that in the chat. I'm a fan of the game. You want me to be fanned out over players. You
I'm
either
not.
a winner or you're not. You either a winner or you're not. They're the same players. They score a lot of
Okay, so
points and they
Charles Barkley the same thing as
Charles Barkley will tell you the same thing. He even went to other teams
come
trying to
on.
win a championship.
And he was
Charles
a
Barkley
dog. He
He
was
was a
a
dog,
dog.
but he still didn't win. It's the same thing.
And no, man, we not doing that. Just because he didn't win. So Bubba
Charles
Chuck
Barkley will tell you the same thing. He's not sensitive about it. He said he didn't win.
it's not sensitive. It's though like just because they didn't win, they on the same level. That's not for real, bro. That's not.
Same level far as not winning. But Charles Barkley is a
I'm
great
talking about
player. He's a top
playing
50
level.
great.
You know I'm not
Yes.
talking about not
What
winners.
do you
I'm talking
mean?
about playing
What do you
level.
mean by playing level? I don't understand what that means. What do you mean?
Were those guys both great dominant players? Great players. Like were they both were they both the same? Did they have the same type of impact on the teams? Is what I'm asking. Did they have the same impact on their squads?
I mean, what impact did Tracy have on his team?
All right,
What round did Tracy get in the
forget
playoffs?
Tracy McGrady, because
What
again,
round?
I have notoriously criticized Tracy
I want to
McGrady
ask
on the
you,
channel.
what round, how far did Tracy McGrady ever go in the playoffs?
Listen, I have plenty of videos saying T-Mac never got out the first round in either conference and lost a 3-1 lead in Orlando.
So
So
let me ask you this. Have you ever asked yourself this? Maybe the style of play of him scoring that many points, what if that actually hurt the team? Have you ever thought about that?
I mean, it's possible for sure. But what I'm saying is that I brought up them individuals to say that a player can average close to the same thing and they can mean two different things on two different squads, right? I'm trying to think of somebody. For example, I remember back then, right? I said Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson. Steven
Said, what did
Jackson.
Kwame ever do as the #1 pick? I literally just put myself in the same category. I said I never won. I'm not a winner. I literally just said that. They want everybody to be sensitive like them. That's crazy.
No, because it's semantics, bro. Like they two different type of players. Like I'm trying to think. Okay, let's say because I remember
Andre
when I
Black
said
killed me in practice. I wasn't even on the same team as Andre Black. This motherfucker.
so. So all right, let me say this. Who was I talking about? I was about to say Steven Jackson, right? Steven Jackson could fill it up. He could score. I think he's an underrated scorer in my opinion, right?
Yeah, that's
So
just like this dude said in the chat. He said they trying to make it seem like Kobe won because of Gasol. I know that's why they can't take the true facts
no,
because they
this
like, oh
is the
hell no,
problem.
Gasol way better. That ain't what the numbers say.
No, that's not. No, that's not what it is. A lot of times, a lot of people like you try to take away from great players to say like to put up because y'all say look we do that for LeBron. That's what y'all say. I've
Kind of
seen
how like you
I've
try to do
seen I've
Kobe.
seen I've seen Kobe Bryant fans say Shaq wasn't really that good. He wasn't ish. He wasn't really. He was a
Who
lazy
would
bum.
ever say that? That's dumb. I would never say
A
that.
ton of people, a
You
ton of
said
Kobe
guys like
fans
me. I
act
would
like
never say that.
it's a ton of people that say that, and I say, what are we
But
talking
you
about,
said guys
right?
like me. I would never say no shit like that. I had to
Come on,
guard
like
Shaq. So why would I say that? I got to see this dude every time he went to Miami, LA. Guess who had to guard him? Me. So I would never come out my mouth to say Shaq ain't this, Shaq ain't that. Are you crazy? Even that heavyweight, overweight Shaq was still a problem.
and a fact. That's a fact, right? But what I'm saying is, ain't nobody trying to take away nothing from Cole by saying Gasol was nice. He was
A lot of
nice.
people do that. A lot of, and maybe not you. I'm not gonna say you do it, but I've heard people say Zydrunas Ilgauskas wasn't shit, and Paul Gasol was this and this and that, just so they can give the illusion that Kobe Bryant was won because of Paul Gasol.
No, no. Now, the thing is, people like to say that Lakers team was not that good, right? That's the issue. And that being some people talk about, hey, look, Pau Gasol, he was nice. What's my man name? Lamar Odom. LO was nice, right? And so people will point out, hey, no, he had
Paul
some nice
Gasol
guys on
was
the squad.
soft, man. And Kobe
What?
Bryant said he was soft, and he told me to kick his ass and Andrew Bynum ass when they brought him down there to Charlotte Bobcat. He said he not ready to play. He's Charmin soft. And Kobe backed up my statements because if you look at him when he played against Paul Gasol in the World Game, he knocked the shit out of Paul Gasol, damn
He
near
did.
ran.
I remember that.
And it was on
Yeah.
you. Why did he do that? Because he was tired of Paul Gasol thinking that you could just walk into a championship. He said he wasn't ready. He wasn't tough enough. So Kobe fucked him up and groomed him to be a champion. He wasn't no champion in Memphis. He told him, what you did in Memphis don't mean shit. You averaged
But
25 on a losing team. That don't mean nothing. Let me show you how to win. And he showed him how to win.
but okay. My point is that he was a good player, man. Regardless, you could say he solved all that.
He
That's
was
like,
decent on a sorry team. I mean, you act like he was in on a contender team where you can actually gauge what they were doing. He was on a Memphis Grizzlies. He wasn't on no team where
yeah,
he was
Memphis was terrible.
okay.
It
Then,
was terrible.
so
But
anybody that you give 25 shots are going to average a decent number. He was the man. He got the ball every play. They featured him. So yes, he averaged numbers on a losing team.
what I'm saying was
I just told
he
you
was
2 or
not
3 point difference. They just found it. 2 or 3 point difference. There you go. 12 to 17. There go the numbers. Put that on the screen.
average
Since
12
Jimmy
points.
was so sorry, now put Kevin Love numbers on the screen and then put Chris Bosh numbers on the screen. Because all those guys took a hit to play with LeBron.
Somewhere, hold on, let me see. I'm looking at what I'm just sorry. I'm never gonna say I'm never gonna say Pau Gasol and Big Z was the same player. Like, nah, I can't. I just
It's
can't
the
do
same, man.
that.
Minus the foot injury. It wasn't that big of a difference.
I don't. I strongly disagree. And I think if you put Big Z over there, even before if Big Z over there with Kobe, I don't think they win. I
A
don't.
healthy Big Z.
I
Kobe would have
don't.
had to Kobe would have had to toughen him up just like he did Paul Gasol. It's not the same
Man,
averaging 20 on a losing team. This man averaged 17 points for his career. He played with Kobe Bryant. That's not a big difference. Kobe Bryant had him. That's his biggest help is a 17-point a night guy. When LeBron James has played with fucking who? Carlos Boozer. He's played with everybody. You just name them.
Young
Kevin
Carlos
Love.
Boozer.
He played with everybody.
Played with Carlos Boozer for 1 year.
Ricky Davis, Darius Miles. This guy, he
Come
played
on,
with
D
Kevin Love.
Miles. D
He
Miles
played
is
with
we
everybody.
can't throw Darius Miles in there now. Like, and I'm from Chicago. He from East St. Louis, Illinois. I'm not putting D Miles in that conversation.
Why not?
D Miles is never. Come on.
When he first got in the league,
huh?
he had a hot couple years.
He was all right. What D Miles best year? Like 10, 11? D Miles, he's all right. Q
I think
was
he averaged a little more out there in the Clippers.
Q was the one, and Quinn,
Yeah.
Q, he was the one with the Clippers. D Miles never was, huh?
He had that post up. Q had that post up game.
Yeah, Q was the one, but nah. Boozer, okay, Bulls was nice. Bulls are good. I think Bulls was better with a pick and roll PG, but Bulls can hoop though. Who else we mentioning? All right, now yeah,
Boozer can hoop and play D though. He come with that left hand block. He coming. Boozer can play
in Chicago. I don't know what I'm saying, but
no, we talking about y'all got him. Y'all got him. Utah Boozer. Y'all ain't get Chicago Boozer. They got the real Boozer. LeBron played with the real Boozer. He had just got paid.
Nah, Ricky
He
Davis.
played. What about Kevin Love? Kevin Love was the best power forward in the league at the time when he went to Cleveland.
Yeah,
they traded away the #1 pick for Kevin Love.
Yeah, for sure. K-Love, I give you Kevin Love. Kevin Love.
And what happened to
Kyrie?
his offensive production and his rebound?
So let me tell you. So people say that, and now look, it went down, but he was the third option amongst Kyrie and Bron. So it's gonna go down. He's gonna go down.
He's not the type of guy that need an option. The way he scores points, he just needs to be closer to the basket. But LeBron needed the floor space, so he had him. He can't run in from the 3-point line and get the same amount of offensive rebounds that he would get if he was closer to the basket. They ruined that man's game because when he was closer to the basket, Kevin Love is going to find his way to get his hands on the basketball.
And then let me make this point, right? Because you said somebody got to score on a bad team. Minnesota was terrible. They was the only thing. Kevin Love was the only thing they had. So K-Love was averaging 25 and 12 because Minnesota was horrible.
Facts.
Horrible.
Facts.
So when you say somebody got to score on a bad team, K-Love, he gonna get to it because Minnesota was terrible.
No, but
I think K-Love was really. I think he was good. I think he was a very good player.
No. He was better than good. He was better than good because the way he scored his points. He didn't need you to just feature him like Paul Gasol. He's gonna. You know how many offensive rebounds he was averaging that year?
He was going crazy. He was
exactly. This guy is gonna go. This guy is gonna go out and get you 6 or 7 offensive rebounds. So that is a guy that you don't have to draw up plays for. So that style of play can transition to any team. A guy that's going to get 6 or 7 offensive rebounds? Like, come on, who don't want a guy that's going to get 13 rebounds a game and 6 or 7 of them going to be offensive rebounds?
Right.
That's a game-changing type of player. But when you make him stand out at the 3-point line because you got to have LeBron James going to the basket every play, then you make him a standstill shooter and his rebounds and everything dip.
Right. Okay. But my point is when you said, oh, he was on a terrible team, he put on the numbers. Like, look, K-Love was nice. I'm never discrediting him.
I was saying that for Gasol. You was trying to spread that across the board. That's not what don't use my words and spread it across the board. Gasol has to get touches in order to score. Kevin Love is going to get putbacks, and he's going to score regardless. That's the type of player you don't even got to run a play for.
So let me ask you this.
You got a knack for that game.
So K-Love averaged like 16 and a half, almost 17 a game in Cleveland, like 9 rebounds, 17 and 9. What do you think he should have been putting up as the third option? What do you think he should have been putting up?
I don't know what I think. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about it just putting up. I'm just going against the narrative. Like you guys be saying, LeBron make everybody around him better. A guy that went from 24 and 13 or something like that went to like 17, 18. And I'm talking about a struggling 17, 18, because they had to build him up to start running specialty plays for him because he was so bad when he first got there. And he went from a guaranteed double-double machine to not even double-digit rebound. And that's because he had to change his game for LeBron James. That's not hate. That's a fact. And so if you calling this man the GOAT, the best player in the world, why does so many great players have to change their game in
So
order to play
so
with them? Because you wouldn't
so
have to
let
do
me
that
say this.
for Carmelo. You wouldn't have to do that for MJ or Kobe. Their
Let
style of
me
play, Kobe can run off of picks. He can play off the ball. He can play on the backside. He can play out of the post. He can play out of the pitch post. LeBron can only shoot threes, get in transition, and that's it.
so let me say this. One, I'm trying to think because I'm sure my mind is going. You said something like something about Kevin Love. You said when he came over there, he only what do you say? You said he was struggling to get his averages. So he was struggling to get 17 and 9, right?
Those first couple of games was brutal when he first got to Cleveland.
So how long? I'm looking in the chat and talking to you at the same time. But I just don't think his being a third option, your number's gonna go down, man. You're not gonna average like 25, 22, and 23, like being a third behind Kyrie and LeBron. That's just not gonna happen.
That's
Um,
true. But what about him not being closer to the basket so that he can get his offensive rebound? Did he just all of a sudden get lazier? Because if I'm telling you the type of player he is, if he does not have to run in from the 3-point line, he's not a lazy player.
this the point I was making. See, because I'm a LeBron fan, y'all think I got him as the GOAT. I do not. I got Michael Jordan number one. I got LeBron James number two. But if you put Kareem above LeBron, I have no problem with that. Right? If you have, in my opinion, LeBron at least the third greatest. Third greatest at least. I got him number two. But I got him in my at minimum, I got him number three. I got Mike as the GOAT. And it's a problem. A lot of y'all think if we LeBron fans, that means we got him as the GOAT. I
So if
just
you
think,
have him as number two, you have him ahead of who? MJ or Kobe? Do you have him ahead of Kobe?
yeah, for sure.
Not
For
possible.
sure.
Not
For
possible.
sure. For sure.
Not possible. You're not a Mike
100.
fan. There's no way
Huh?
possible you can be an MJ fan because Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant is 1A, 1B. And
No,
I've said
first of
this,
all, you got
sir,
Kobe Bryant ahead of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, brother.
sir,
Huh?
you're trying to deflect in the middle of me explaining why there's no way possible you can be a Michael Jordan fan saying what you're saying because Kobe Bryant studied Michael Jordan. And he's a
And
little
that's
bit
cool.
better three-point shooter. He was just as deadly in the post, and he was just as deadly in the mid-range. And he
Was
was
he as
just as clutch
efficient
from
as
the free
Mike
throw
though?
line. Yes.
Was he as
And so
efficient as Mike though?
he's
He was
way
a
more
far
efficient than
superior.
LeBron.
Mike was
He's way
far
more
superior
efficient than
than Kobe.
LeBron. How do you
No, he
have
was
how
not.
do
No,
you,
he
in
was
what
not.
world is he ahead of what world is LeBron
LeBron
James
was
ahead
by
of
far
Kobe?
more efficient than Kobe Bryant. We not
And
doing it. He
what
even
and
shoots the three
what
better than Kobe. He
and
shoots
what
the three
world
better than Kobe.
you're
What is
going
we
back
what?
to you're going back to stats again. In what world
What?
does LeBron James is better than you start your franchise off with LeBron James, a guy that asks for help every year, opposed to a guy that have a mentality to walk into an office and say, "Get Shaq the fuck up out of here,"
And you know why he did that?
and
You know why
still
he
won
did that?
championships with Gasol. LeBron James didn't start winning championships until he linked up with the two best players in the league at their position at that time.
Well,
And you're
Kobe
going to
Bryant
start your
walked into a
franchise
he
with
walked
that?
into a team.
That's
Kobe
nuts.
Bryant walked into a team with the most dominant force
That's
we
nuts.
ever seen in the league. He won a
That's true,
championship averaging 15 points a game his
but you want to
first
talk
year.
about what he did.
First year.
Leave. He said, "Get the fuck out of here." He built the team with a high
You know
school
why he
kid.
did that?
Hold on. Let
You
me
know
land
why
my
he
plane.
did that?
You
Because
don't
he
want to
told
hear
on
this.
Shaq
You
he
you
told
don't
on
want to
Shaq
hear this.
cheating.
It don't
And
matter
Shaq
about that.
wanted to take his head off.
Land the
So he
plane
had no
for
other
1 second.
option but to get it
Let's
up
not
out of here because
argue.
Shaq was
Let's
about
not
to kill that
argue.
man.
Let's not argue. Let me educate you. Kobe
Okay.
Bryant. Kobe Bryant didn't run to a super team. Kobe Bryant said, "You gonna call me a motherfucking sidekick? Okay, get him the fuck up out of here." Won a championship with a high school kid and one other all-star. A high school kid and one other all-star. LeBron James has teamed up with Ray Allen, which is a walking legend.
Oh my
Cal
God, you gonna include
Korver,
old
everybody.
Ray? Ray
He
was
had
a
to go get
spot up
old
killer.
Ray
Ray
saved
was
him.
a spot.
Old
Ray
Ray
was a
saved.
spot up.
I see
Ray
you
was
want
a
to hear the
spot up
truth,
killer.
man.
I'm not letting
You
you
want
get
to
that
cut me
off.
off every time, y'all. Let me eat a chip, man. I can't even land my plane no more, man. He don't
Because
like me
Ray
no
was,
more, man.
come on, Ray was. You act like he played with
That man
Boston
won a
Ray Allen or
championship.
Milwaukee Ray Allen. You're not doing that.
Lamar Odom was not an all-star. Sasha Vujacic was not an all-star. Jordan Farmar was not an all-star. You want to give so much kudos to Paul Gasol. Okay, cool. He won championships with one all-star. One all-star and Kobe Bryant compared to LeBron James got to team up with everybody and they goddamn mama. He teamed up with Russell Westbrook, the best point guard who ever laced up a pair of shoes.
We're not doing that. Russell
Why
Westbrook,
are
the
we
best
not?
point guard. You drunk off that beer because that's
I don't
he
drink
better
beer.
than Isaiah Zeke Thomas from my hometown, Chicago, Illinois. He better than
100%.
the dude from my land. You out your mind. He better than
Why
the
not?
dude from my land, Chicago. You out
Why
your
am I out
mind.
my mind? Aren't you going off stats for LeBron?
No. Ain't
Huh?
nobody ever said Russell Westbrook was the best PG ever. We not
I'm saying
doing
it
that,
based
and
on
you
the
know it.
stats. What are you talking about? You
Come
going
on,
off
we
stats
not
for
doing
LeBron?
that. He said
You're laughing
Russell
because you know I'm right.
You're not right.
You're laughing because you know I'm right.
Because the greatest point guard of all time, Magic
Is
Johnson, said out his
no.
own mouth,
The
Russell
greatest
Westbrook in the
point guard
finals.
statistically of all time is Russell Westbrook. You
No,
guys, listen. You guys talk about LeBron stats over and over
we're not
again.
talking about just stats. We're looking
Can I
at
land
what
my
he's
plane,
doing on the
please?
court.
For the fans in the chat, I should be able to explain my statement, right? You just keep yelling over me. Allow me to explain while I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is the reason why you don't want me to say what I'm saying, because you know you're full of shit. If you
I'm not.
guys are gonna say LeBron James is the best and keep throwing up stats in somebody's face, then statistically, Russell Westbrook is the greatest point guard that ever touched the basketball. Prove me wrong by stats.
It's not just stats when we bring up LeBron James, Kwame. We're talking about what we're watching.
Oh, now you don't want to just talk about stats, huh? You don't want to talk about
It was
stats.
never just stats. It was never just stats with LeBron James. It was watching him play as well. Ain't nobody, the greatest point guard, Magic Johnson, said on national television when watching Russell Westbrook, was that in the finals or just the playoffs? He said, I watched him play the worst game I've ever seen a point guard play in my life. Right? If he, you know, at your own mouth, you know that man is not the greatest point guard to ever play. He not better than Zeke.
I don't care
He
what
not better
excuse
than
y'all
Jason
making
Kidd.
now.
None of
If LeBron James, if we're going off stats, if LeBron James is the greatest statistician, stat padding guy in the world, Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double, just past Elgin. Who? He's a triple-double machine. Averaged that for 2-3 years. He is the best statistician point guard that ever touched the basketball. Prove me wrong.
He's not the best point guard ever played the game of basketball. Everybody know that. Like, what is he talking about? I'm not
Is there any point guard in the world that got better stats than Russell Westbrook?
There's better point guards who play that position much better than
You won't
him.
answer my question. Is there any point guards that has better stats than Russell Westbrook?
So let me
You know what they say about a person who argue with facts.
Because let me tell you this, why? Nobody ever would say Russell Westbrook is the greatest point guard ever. Nobody would ever say that. Nobody.
That's because they're hypocrites. You guys bring up stats. You guys bring up stats.
Bro, it's not just stats. We're including
you guys need to see how hypocritical you guys are. Because LeBron James just had 9 turnovers. Y'all didn't mention that. When Russell Westbrook get 8 turnovers, y'all mention it. So let's stop the press.
If LeBron got 9 turnovers, I'm calling him out too. That is abominable. That is abysmal. 9 turnovers is abysmal for anybody.
Russell Westbrook is going to play about 3 or 4 more years based on what I see with the Sacramento Kings. By the time Russ finished playing, there's not a point guard that ever played the game is going to have more stats than Russ.
But is he the greatest point guard? Not stats. I'm asking you, is
I'm
he the
going off
greatest
what the new
point guard?
generation go off. They go off stats.
I'm not the new generation.
They say
I'm
LeBron got stats and longevity.
no. I never go off stats just off stats with LeBron James. Stats is a part of a player's conversation.
Okay, so why do you think
But
LeBron is the GOAT? He don't have
I
more
said
rings.
I
So
said
go
I
ahead.
didn't. Did you, Kwame? I told you I got Michael Jordan as the GOAT already. I told you
So
that.
who in the chat think LeBron James is the GOAT and tell us why? And watch the
I,
first thing they bring up. They're
hey,
gonna bring up them points.
I told you I got Mike number one. But either I got Braun two, but if you got Kareem above LeBron, I have no problem with that because Kareem is more accomplished in certain rights.
So
In certain rights.
you're not respecting Westbrook numbers no more because of his turnovers.
No, it's not that. It's you said was he the greatest point guard, bro? I said no. He's a
Well,
Hall
his
of Fame.
numbers.
He's not a greatest point guard though.
You know what kids are doing now, they're just looking at players and looking at their numbers, right? So
No,
what
I
about
watch games.
I know, but it's gonna be a kid that's 10 now that grow up and they're gonna look at Russell Westbrook's stats.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the stats, it's gonna look like he's the best point guard ever played. What do you tell that kid?
What I'm going to tell that kid is you have to have watched him play as well. Play the point. I made a video the other day saying that Steph Curry is not even the greatest point guard ever because he don't really play point like that to me. He's a combo guard. So I'm going to tell the kids you have to watch people play the point guard. Being part of being a point guard is getting your teammates high percentage shots, putting them in the best position to score the ball. And I think Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, they exemplified that to the highest degree. While also Zeke in particular did it while being the main scoring option on this team as well, which is extremely hard to do. You know what I'm saying?
So you think
So
Russell Westbrook averaging a triple double for like 3 years, you don't think that was hard?
I think it was a hard feat to accomplish, but I don't think that makes him the best point guard. I gave him
So
kudos. I
numbers
think
wise, that don't make him the best point guard.
if you want to just, I'm not basing, I told you, I don't base my
So
argument in
no, not
just
you.
numbers.
For the people that base everything off numbers, wouldn't Russell be the best point guard?
Hold on, my fault. They want me to drop the link. So I'm probably going to bring some other people up here with us.
Yeah,
They
you're gonna
want me
get
to
a
drop the
junkie
link.
up here, and then I'm gonna leave. I'm not finna argue with no base head that never played basketball that put up deceased kids and mothers and shit. I'm not finna argue with that type of dude.
Um, but no, though. What were you saying though? Go ahead. Go ahead. What you were saying? You said no. I'm
I'm
saying
saying, I'm
okay.
saying
All right, now Black Mall. Now Black Mall.
for the people
He
who
you
go
know
off
he.
of numbers, for the people who go off numbers, wouldn't he be the best guy numbers wise? For the people who do that,
Yeah. Hold on one second. I got Black. I brought somebody up. Black
Yo,
Mall up
can't
here,
answer
brother.
because you can't answer that, huh?
what's going on? What's going on, brothers?
What's going on, man? What's the word, boss?
Nah, man. First of
What's up?
all,
What's up?
shout out. I want to say thank you to you, Kwame, for coming on the platform and giving my brother this opportunity. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? Definitely didn't have to do that. So just for that alone, shout out to you. That's
It
standing
ain't no
on
problem.
business in my opinion. So
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I just want people to see that you don't got to beef to talk sports, and I'm not hating on nobody. I stand on what I say, so I'll pull up because I believe in what I'm saying.
Nah, for sure. But as far as your comment about Big Z and Powell though, like I feel like you leaving context out with that, and I get it. People do that. People do that all the time to prove their point in an argument. We'll say something and leave all type of context out of it. But at Big Z, even though Z was an all-star, he was good, but at no point was, in my opinion, he looked at as Pau Gasol as a great player. Like Pau at one point in his career, even though he wasn't winning, you know what I'm saying? And your point is valid. He did a lot of losing to Memphis, but that don't take away from the point that while in Memphis, they looked at him as somebody worth building around. So he didn't succeed though. You know what I'm saying? But that don't take away from the fact that they said this is a guy we can do that with. I don't think that was ever the case with Big Z. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think at no point in Big Z career did they look at him as the guy that this is the building block. Am I correct about that?
Well, you started off correct, but they traded Paul Gasol, so they quickly learned that they couldn't win with building around somebody that's soft.
Even though they learned that, they thought that in the beginning, though, right? They thought they could. They just learned that they couldn't, so they traded them.
Well, they thought I should have been the #1 draft pick, so they was wrong.
Fact. And with that being said, Kwame, right. And with that being said,
what you saying though? That don't mean you can think any damn thing you want. He didn't materialize to what they needed, and so what I did was I wanted to invoke thought. They try to make Paul Gasol like he was just this all-world player, and Kobe just needed him. No, this was
I
just
agree
one
with that.
all-star. This is just one all-star. Kobe didn't have the team that Miami was with D Wade and all those guys. They didn't.
Right. I agree with that. That point is valid. But
let me ask you this: are you one of those fans that when I play a video of the Lakers game and we point out that LeBron don't run back on defense after a turnover of all things, he don't run back because you owe me one once you turn the ball over.
Right.
He's down there arguing and he's down there standing and leaving the team 4 on 5. Is that wrong for calling him out on a film session?
Nah. Matter of fact, Kwame, Mac can verify. I'm probably his biggest debate when it comes to LeBron. I challenge his views on LeBron the most. And not only that, I've also defended you. When people say that I'm first of all, I'm from DC, brother. Let me point that out. I seen your whole career. I watched you when you got drafted.
Salute to DC.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very familiar with you, Kwame, and I've always pointed out that first of all, Kwame Brown came to an organization that ain't never got it right prior to him, while he was here, or after he left. So that's the first thing. Second thing, he played 13 years in the league. They don't just hand out contracts for 13 years. And then people try to say you did that because you was tall. Hell, Hassim Thabit was taller than you. That nigga ain't get to his 4th year. So we can go through plenty of examples of people being tall who didn't get to 10 plus years. So
I'll be disagreeing with that. But go ahead though. Yeah.
I can name 10 7-footers that only lasted 2 or 3 years. So
exactly. So I defend
they listen to a hater say that.
I defend you more than most. You didn't get the 13 years just because you were tall. Okay. However, that being said, I feel like the context with, like you said, when he came to when you show the videos of LeBron, you're right. LeBron, in my opinion, that has been the most overhyped attribute of LeBron game is his defense. Even when he was in Miami, LeBron was never a lockdown defender. LeBron at one point was an elite help defender and recover defender. He was good at recovering and getting them blocks that we love, and he was good at helping out. He was never an elite lockdown perimeter defender. That is the most overhyped thing about him. So me and you are in agreement with that, Mr. Brown. I would never sit up here and call that hate. Now, I think Mac's point is that you don't do that with Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, or any other players. That's his critique. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying, like, when you played with Mike and you played with Kobe, there were things that we, heard about. We don't know. We weren't there. But there are things that we've heard from some of your teammates and other people that happened that probably weren't favorable, that we feel that gives you a right to say some things about them. Now, Kobe,
because the people that you guys listen to that say stuff is a Gilbert Arenas, a guy that want to steal my whole stilo. But a guy that you should more so listen to is Etan Thomas.
Thomas, yes sir,
and Jahadi White. They came up and said it. It was mostly Doug. Now MJ is a tough character, but I've heard worse from my brothers. Now, if he say, get your stupid ass over here, that's just the way MJ talk. Come over here.
Kwame.
And Kwame, hold up, Kwame. And I also,
how you going to tell me to feel sensitive about a grown? My high school coach said, shut the fuck up. My football coach used to grab me by the helmet. Like, what are y'all talking about here?
And
because y'all sensitive because it's Michael Jordan. I played Pop Warner football, and our coach used to fuck us up. So Kwame, I'm not here for the.
I'm from an old school black house, bro.
I'm here, and I can speak for myself about what MJ did or didn't do. I could give a damn about what somebody believing it or not. Kicking the ball.
I don't believe in letting another grown man talk to me like that.
Why would you wait? Why would you wait till the person get to your platform that can counteract what everybody else has said? Why not get his side of the story and
For
then play what
sure.
the person said? Like y'all shouldn't
Listen,
talk
But
over.
Kwame, I
You
believe,
got the
but
you
Kwame,
got the
again,
person firsthand
I
on
don't
your
believe
channel,
that though.
and you'd rather talk over him and tell him what another motherfucker said that wasn't even there. Gilbert
because
Arenas has never played on the same team with me, so how in the fuck can Gilbert Arenas tell you what happened in a locker room with me and
so
Michael Jordan? How can he tell you about a story with Oak when he's never been on the Washington Wizards? That don't even make no fucking sense. He's never been there at the same
you know
time
what
as
I'm
Michael
saying?
Jordan and myself. How does that make any sense, y'all listening to this dumb shit? Gilbert Arenas got
So
drafted to the Golden State Warriors or whatever. He got drafted to Golden State. I got drafted to Washington Wizards. MJ was there 2 years prior to Gilbert Arenas getting there. Anything he know is some shit he heard from Brendan Haywood or Jarrett Jeffries. Brendan wasn't there for MJ to kick no. I mean, Gilbert wasn't there if MJ kicked the ball in the stands. How would Gilbert be there? And he's playing for the Golden
because
State Warriors.
I don't believe Gilbert told that story. I believe it was either one of your teammates told that story. It was alive with Eton.
Show the
Who
video
else was
Yeah.
where
on there?
show
Nah,
the
it was
video
it
where
was.
they
I'm
played
gonna
the
tell you
story.
who it was, Kwame. It was Eton. It was Chris Whitley, and it was
Yeah,
somebody else. Young. It was one
they
more
told
person.
that story about
Yeah,
And
it was
Michael
guess
kicking
Chris
the
what?
ball
Whitley,
in
And
the
guess
stands.
what?
Eton,
And guess
somebody
what?
else.
Did they tell you that that one rookie went up there, or all the rookies had to go get the balls and had to get bags and pack bags for the plane?
No, it was all y'all.
They
No,
said
listen,
you.
I was trying to
Okay
make
then.
that, Kwame. I promise you, I was trying to get to that point,
He talking
brother.
about
But
they
you know what
said
I'm saying?
you.
I
It's
promise you, I
all
was trying to get to
rookies.
that point. I was trying to get to
That
that
shit is
point, Kwame. I
crazy, man.
promise.
That
I
shit be
promise
crazy.
you.
How non-basketball players trying to make it look like it's some punking and all that. If
No, I don't
MJ
hold
kick the
Kwame.
ball up
Kwame,
in the stands, you're gonna go get the ball. Trust me. Or you're
Mr.
gonna
Brown.
get fined like a motherfucker. And I like my money.
Mr. Brown, if you again, anybody in this chat who's seen me debate, I've always said that they overblow these Mike and Kobe stories. If you as a man allow somebody to play with you like that and you went for it, I feel like that says more about you than the person you trying to get down. I say that all the time, Mr. Brown. Like, so again, I don't, whether or not y'all was picking up balls, ice cream, whatever it is, I don't care about any of that. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that has nothing to do with anything when it comes to the game
So
of
what we
basketball.
talking about here? Because the
My
conversation
my
that
point, my
went left.
point, this sir,
I'm
to you.
confused on what we're talking about now.
No, because sir, all I was asking you, sir, was why is it that it's again? I don't think it's hate. I've said what the people who saying is hate feel that you single out LeBron and him only. That's my point. That's
All
all I'm
right, so
saying.
now can I say why I say something about LeBron and why I don't say anything about MJ and whoever else y'all was talking about?
Go ahead.
Okay. Who else? Kobe?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
whoever. You know what I mean? Kobe,
Okay.
whoever else. It don't really
If
matter.
you looked on my channel, I told a story where me and Kobe Bryant, I had my foot in the ice bucket and me and Kobe Bryant was about to fight. I told that story on my channel. So for those people who say I never say something, y'all must don't understand. I'm one of the most realest motherfuckers on YouTube because I don't sugarcoat shit. There's a video up that you a damn lie for saying that I never see. It's all these people that don't like what I say. They create narratives because I told the story about Oak and MJ, how me and MJ used to fight on the plane until Oak came and then they'd double team me. And that's just us horse playing, fucking around. But I told every story about everybody that I wanted to tell. But we're talking about a current NBA player, and I'm talking about him not running back on defense. And the people that are in the mainstream media is trying to sell it like because he's 41, he can't play defense. I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit.
Nah, I
Hold
agree.
on.
If you can't play defense, get off the court. We in agreement there.
So all of this other stuff that they do is a deflection tactic. Why you don't talk about MJ? He don't play basketball right now. Why you didn't say a story that he did to you? He slapped you in the back of the head. He called you gay. That didn't happen. Yes, it did. Such and such that wasn't there said it did. Okay, it happened then. Well, why you won't talk about it? I don't feel like it. See, that's the thing. You hate LeBron. It's like if that's what you feel, if that's what you got to get off your chest because you want to deflect from the fact that this guy is cheating the game. This guy doesn't mind the game. To have your son a given position, that ain't minding the game. because
Man,
you said earned, not given. That's his moniker, not mine. Earned, not given. Why did you give it to your son then? You cap, you all talk, and I call it out, and y'all get mad. Y'all get mad because I fight for the underdog. You know how many young men I seen from DC that have a lot of talent, and then and a big man get hurt, and just because of the politics, they get cut. I've seen
Kwame,
grown men. I've seen grown men cry in these little workouts. I can't let no nigga walk in from a $5 million contract and you just give it to him and I don't say nothing. You
this,
call
but
it
this,
hate.
this,
You can call it hate, but I call it real. You gotta
Kwame,
earn your shit.
it's a lot of brothers that got into the league off politics. A ton of them who did.
Man,
A
that's
ton of
just
them.
you talking, bro. That's just
Because
you
they went
talking.
to the
You
right
talking
school.
about
I'm
Bronny
gonna tell
right
you
now.
right now. I'm
That's
gonna
just
tell
you
you right
talking.
now. One of my
You
best
making
friends.
excuses.
Ain't no. I don't make no excuses. One of my best friends, right, named Kiefer Sykes, averaging a dub in college, right. What's old boy white TJ McConnell used to fuck TJ McConnell up when TJ McConnell was at Duquesne, right? My boy went to Wisconsin Green Bay. That's where Doug Gottlieb at. He was in Horizon League. He was nice. TJ McConnell ended up going to Arizona. Got the pool, got drafted because he went to Arizona. Right now, he's figured out a way to be in the league, but it's a lot of guys who get overlooked. Right? It happens. He ain't the only guy that your son is getting picked over. Like, what's our boy name? I remember in Kentucky, it was a big man named what was his name? I bring him up all the time. He got picked averaging 3 points a game at Kentucky. Daniel Orton, right? Now he averaged three at Kentucky, and he got picked over a lot of other guys that was putting out, that was playing better, all of that because he went to Kentucky. You know what I
Because
mean?
The
So
GM was smart. They don't need a scorer. What team did he get drafted to? If you got a
Orlando
coach,
Magic,
that's the thing that y'all don't understand about the NBA. It ain't about no motherfucking average. It's called the business of basketball. They
and he
draft
did not.
players.
And Daniel
Now you
Orton
want
was
to talk
gone
over the
after about.
basketball player. Jesus Christ. It is called the business of basketball.
He
You're
was a
trying to
first.
make a Sir, you're trying to make a point, and the reason why you keep cutting me off because you don't really want to learn basketball. You really want to make those fake points when a GM, they have scouts and they draft guys for a specific reason. If you have
They,
enough score, excuse me, sir, just please let me finish my sentence. I ain't been up here being disrespectful. I just want to be able to finish a sentence, brother. Just one sentence. If they have scores on their team already, why would they draft another scorer? So you're talking about his points to take away from him when this guy probably was one of the best shot blockers and defensive players in that era. And if that's the case, that's why he got drafted. It's a business. You don't have stop telling children that you get to the league by just scoring a bunch of points. Because if you get drafted to a team that has a Kobe Bryant, that has a LeBron James, you better learn how to do something else. There's a lot of guys from Chicago, Tony Allen. There's a lot of guys that can score a lot more points than they did in the league. You had another lockdown guy. What's his name? That just went to jail. With the dreads.
from my he went to Marshall High School. Pat Bev.
Pat Beverly used to score like a mother trucker. But when you get to the league and you get to certain teams, you have to do your job. So
Of
don't
course.
ever pick on a guy that's in the league talking about what kind of points he averaged. That GM still gave him $5 million though, because it's a business now. You got to do
And,
your fucking job,
and,
not worry
and,
about an average.
it's a business, right? Bronny was a 55th overall pick. Lakers knew drafting him was going to bring fanfare and attention to the squad. They gave him a
Gotta stay
deal
true to the game though. The other guy was still a top shot blocker, sir. I can look that guy up you talking about. He still added value. They drafted him on his shot blocking ability. Bronny James has no ability. He got drafted to sell jerseys, and because it's King Griffey Jr. 2.0, it's a storyline. That's why I told you guys, stars are not born, they're created. And you're seeing it with Bronny. They're giving him every
Bronny is
shot.
he's not
They're
a
giving
star
him
though.
Okay, they're giving him every shot in the world to become a star. What 55th pick with his resume, 0.9 points, 22%, what 55th pick would still be making $4 million?
It's a business, like you said, Kwame.
Exactly. He would be cut, and because the Lakers need defense, right? Why not cut Bronny and bring in a big defensive player?
They not finna cut the dude. They not finna cut.
Yeah,
dude.
They not finna cut the dude because y'all are idol worshipers and y'all are okay with the NBA watering it down and saturating everything. Michael Jordan would never let his son play in the NBA. Magic Johnson, none of the greats, none of the old school greats that have integrity about the game would ever do this. None of the old school greats would ever do anything like this because they put the game first. They respect the game.
I don't know what Michael Jordan would have done.
Michael Jordan was the owner of the Washington Wizards. If he wanted his sons to play basketball, they could be on the team very easily. And it would have really been nepotism. It would have really been nepotism.
Both of them quit playing in college. Both of them did.
Sir, it would have really been nepotism if Michael Jordan was the part owner of the Washington Wizards. So it wouldn't have been fake nepotism like y'all saying for LeBron. He actually had an ownership stake.
And so Mike's sons did not want to. They didn't want to play. They did not.
You don't know that, sir. Come
Marcus quit playing in his junior year at UCF. I know Marcus was playing at Whitney Young High School in Chicago.
If he wanted him to get to the league, he could have. But they know they daddy. They knew they wasn't going to the league. If they daddy was LeBron, they would have kept pushing them to play. Michael was the type that probably telling them early on, motherfucker, you can't play. Fuck that. This is over for you. He'll tell them straight up, just like that. Because he's a real hooper. Mike, you can get what you need in street clothes. You
LeBron not a real hooper?
No, you could beat anybody. Can beat LeBron one-on-one. Ask Michael Beasley. Ask the guys talking about LeBron playing
one-on-one basketball. What does that have to do with?
You just messed up. I was just saying that. I said MJ's a real hooper. If you talk trash to MJ in the gym, like you could do something better than him, he'll get up in street clothes and kick your ass even at 60. That's real hooper shit. Carmelo Anthony, hooper. Kevin Durant, hooper. Got the skills to whip anybody on the spot. That's hoopers. Real hoopers. Anywhere you can get it.
So you don't think that LeBron James could outplay certain guys in basketball in the NBA is 5-on-5, is not 1-on-1. If that's the case, Michael Beasley.
It start 1-on-1. Every one of my workouts, the way I got drafted, they put a man in front of me and I destroyed him. So you really don't understand what you're saying. Those pre-draft workouts.
But what do they got to do?
I was just explaining it to you. You read the chat and you thought you were saying something, and I'm saying in order to get drafted,
never think I'm saying nothing.
I'm telling you the draft process. You got to run on the treadmill. You got to jump. You got to test your wingspan, all this. And then after that, you're going to play 1-on-1 at your position.
So after all of that, LeBron James got drafted number 1 overall.
And he played 1-on-1.
So he was better than somebody, right? Correct?
He had to have been, unless they gave it to him.
So how can you say he's not a hooper and they can, and Carmelo and Michael Beasley and them in? So he had to be somebody to get drafted number 1 overall, right? He had to be nice. He had to be a hooper.
I'm agreeing with you. He had to have been nice in the beginning, but somewhere along the line, he must have not stayed true to the game. Because they told his own teammates talk about how he get beat like a drum. Michael Jordan is not losing, bro.
And and that's cool. That's cool, right?
Ask anybody about MJ, he's not losing.
And that's why I got Mike number 1 overall, right? But
Kobe is not losing. Kobe is not losing to Michael.
It sound good. It sound good. The same way if Carmelo Anthony don't lose 1-on-1, he a better basketball player than LeBron James. Is he?
Carmelo Anthony?
He's a better basketball player than LeBron James.
Carmelo Anthony was a better basketball player. Dwayne Wade was a better basketball player than LeBron James. Go ask what
I agree with you on D-Wade prior to the injuries. Prior to the injuries, I actually said that earlier. I think D-Wade was better and was on his way. I agree with that one. Now Melo though,
Melo got a way better bag.
Melo ain't played the other side at all though, Kwame. Come on, Kwame. Let's be real.
Because you got a better bag.
He played more than Melo though. Like Melo at no point was trying to play no defense, man.
Listen,
let me tell you something.
He was a bucket for sure.
This is coming from somebody.
They took teammates from Carmelo when they was building that team in New York.
And
two key
they
pieces.
robbed Melo of an MVP one year too. They robbed Melo of the Rookie of the Year and MVP 1 year. So I agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
I agree with that.
I really wish Melo could have played with the caliber of players.
If he'd have went to Detroit,
like
if Detroit would have drafted him like they were supposed to, this conversation is different. I totally agree with that. Like if Melo would have went to Detroit and got to be in that type of organization around those caliber of players, yeah, this whole conversation is different.
One would have no rings. That's probably why it didn't happen. He would have 0 rings.
So we can play that all. We can play them semantics like that too. If Kobe Bryant don't go to LA Lakers and play with Shaq, how many rings he end up with at some point?
Hey,
you see what I'm saying?
He won without him.
He'd have finished shot.
Was it 2? The same 2 he won without him?
Yeah. So okay then. So that changes his GOAT conversation. Correct?
So how many will LeBron have if he stayed in Cleveland?
It changes his GOAT
0.
conversation.
LeBron would have none. He had to get a daddy. He had to get up under 2 daddies. Goddamn Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Somebody who spiked him.
And guess
when
what?
They played against each other, man, Dwayne Wade spiked them.
It sounds good.
Cino got the footage. Cino, don't make me call Cino now.
Cino is a work.
Call my boy Cino.
Cino is Chicago.
Cino got the footage.
Chicago people hate LeBron James. That's just
Cino
I'm being
got
real.
the footage of D Wade cooking that boy.
Cino, Chicago people hate LeBron.
Hey, Cino hate Mike too, though. To be fair, to be fair, Cino got smoke for both of them. To be fair,
because he loved Isaiah Zeke from him, so Zeke is man. But I'm being for real though. So like,
I mean Zeke a dog though. I agree with him on Zeke, man. Zeke a
dog, that's the best player to come out of this city. You feel me? So I'm not like I always give Zeke his credit. You feel me? But what I'm saying is that we can always play if this dude go to this team and he went to that thing. Like what? Like you feel me? Like if Magic Johnson don't go play with Kareem or don't go play with, you know what I mean? They can happen like that, you know. But
Kwame, let me ask you this, Kwame. Is his IQ overrated? When people say and I'm talking about LeBron. When people talk about how high his IQ,
you know what he's finna say, Black Mall. You know what he's
I'm gonna see. I just want to say, is that overrated or is his IQ as sharp as they say it is, Kwame?
On offense, his IQ is sharp. I'll give him that. On defense, he just don't like contact, so he'll give up inside position. And he was doing this early on. He was doing this when he was young. Like he'll give it, like I agree with what you said. He's a off the ball defender. On the ball, because he doesn't like contact, he'll leak out. He'll give up position. He's just not a physical guy.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Now look, he say Bron needed a daddy. That is crazy to me. Like he needed a.
I get what he's saying. He I mean, you know, he got to put his ass on it, but I get what he's saying. Like
satire on it, but the satire on it ain't that bad. But
he needed Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, he didn't win until he went with 2 other men. He had the keys to the arena. They was trading everybody to their team that he wanted. Mo Williams was cooking. I don't know what else.
No. Let's talk about Mo. Mo was 17 a game in the regular season. That's nice. When Mo got to the playoffs, Mo consistently shot 5
Mo was nice.
He was nice. But in the playoff time, Mo consistently was 4 of 15, 5 of 15. Oh, go look it up. Mo shot terribly in most of them big playoff performances.
I got another question, Kwame. Do that apply to Kobe too, Kwame? Because we knew about Kobe. Before he got to the league too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so do that, like what you saying about Bron as far as, because remember they was telling us about Kobe, you know what I'm saying, his junior year in high school. We was hearing how I was a dude in Philly averaging 40 a night, you know what I mean? I'm old enough to remember that, you know what I mean? Like, now the hype wasn't as crazy as it was for Bron. I will say that, like, it wasn't to the same level. However, we did know about Kobe before he got to the league. So do that same logic apply there as far as him getting the push to go on to do what he ultimately did?
I'm agreeing with you. It wasn't the same. They never called him the chosen one. If I created,
they called him the next Mike though. They was
saying out of him and Vince Carter, and then he ended up winning the 9.
That's true.
So Well, my thing is, if I put out a product to say it's the best burger, I'm going to market it as the best burger. I'm going to get other people to market it as the best burger. I'm going to hire people and pay people to say it's the best burger. That's what you do in business. Why would the NBA call this man the chosen one without him showing us that first?
Oh yeah, and they gave him $100 million before he shot a jumper. I remember all that. I remember that he got $100 million before he even stepped foot in the league. I remember that.
Yeah, 90, but who's counting? Right. True.
I mean 90, 100, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, but before he shot a jumper, he had that in the bank account.
Yeah.
And we know Nike wanted an ROI. We know that. I know enough about business to know people don't hand out $90 million without getting the ROI. They expect that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, but and that's
And
true.
LeBron took less money in that meeting.
But hold on, when Mo Williams had a Friday. Nah.
But do he deserve credit for actually living up to the standard, though, Kwame? Because that's
Mo Williams is my guy. That's my idea. What the fuck do you mean?
Hey, Kwame, but Kwame, let me ask you this, Kwame. Can we at least give LeBron credit for actually living up to the? Because we done had Zion, we done had a few others after him that done got the same thing and it ain't quite worked out to the same level. So do he at least deserve his admiration for being disciplined enough to do whatever it takes for you all to play at the level that y'all have to play at, and especially to be what he is, like to be the guy that's considered a top 5, 10, wherever we got him. Like, does he deserve admiration for that?
He has an asterisk for me until he answered Chael Sonnen.
Okay.
I don't think
because it ain't worked out for Zion and a few other people that got the same push.
I don't know how it's physically possible to do what he's doing right now. So it's amazing.
Okay, you know what, Kwame? You know what? Hey, Kwame, let's have it. Let's have that convo. Hey, look, let's have it.
I'm impressed. But until he at least say, go fuck yourself or acknowledge this man, I'm going to have an asterisk there.
Say less. I agree with that, man. Well, I definitely want to thank you again, brother, for coming. Like I said, brother, this is like real. You know, what I mean, you ain't have to do this, brother, like, as you know, and we appreciate this. My boy Mac, I don't know what just happened, but he just went somewhere. But thank you, brother, because again, man, I know you're a busy man. Like I said, I'm from DC, brother, so I've actually met you a few times, but you was working at the time and whatever. But I appreciate everything, man. Like I said, you was one of the real ones. I done got the chance to meet a few Wizards players, some who weren't as nice as you were, and I appreciate that, brother. And your brother too. I got to meet your brother as well because you had him with you. Shout out to him. He was very nice to me as well. So and thank you again for giving my man this opportunity, man. Like that, I'm very appreciative because, like I said, I know you ain't have to do it.
Yeah, no, ain't no problem. I just wanted to come over here and just talk to him because, you know, he say a lot of narratives, and I just wish people would talk about sports. You know, when I talk about the game, I want to keep it about the game. But if I say somebody don't run back, it's nothing personal. It's about them not running back. Of course, we all gonna add some satire, make it funny, or add our little comic relief. But at the end of the day, LeBron came out of high school, so as LeBron go, I go. So he makes
and
the
y'all
argument.
look at that like y'all on fraternity, right, Kwame? Am I not mistaken? Right? Like all y'all high school guys, y'all look at that as y'all own little thing, right?
Right. So my thing is with LeBron and Kobe at least being in the conversation as one of the top 3 players ever, then why are they forcing kids to go to college when the high school players, Kevin Garnett, Al Jefferson, all these guys, Al Harrington, they've dominated in this league.
Well, you know why they forcing them to go there.
Yeah, and so we should force them to undo that. You shouldn't force these black kids to go to a college for 6 months. Some of them get in trouble. Some of them don't make it.
They go there to feed the system of the NCAA.
Exactly. And that's why they don't like me. Why you think there's so many media members talk about me? Why you think they sent Stephen A. to colleges and high schools?
What'd you say? Why you think Stephen A. what now?
Yeah.
They sent Stephen A. to colleges and high schools to talk about Kwame Brown. So that's how they got their one and done rule set in place. So you talk about my career in such a way that David Stern brought me up in meetings. So they manufactured all of this crap. He said lies, but Etan Thomas was in the meeting. And Etan Thomas said he'll go on record and say this in a deposition.
Another thing, Kwame, not to mention Eddie Curry on record saying you gave him the business, bro. Like Eddie Curry on record saying that. Eddie Curry is on record saying that Kwame was busting his ass in the workouts, bro. Like he is
No,
on record saying,
I heard Eton say that Kwame outplayed him and Tyson Chandler. I
I
did
would
hear
yeah.
say
Eton say
just,
that.
I would
But
say
even Eddie
NBA
though,
would just show it.
Eddie admitted it himself though. Eddie said himself, Kwame Brown was giving him the business. Like out of all three of them, Kwame was the furthest along. You know what
I
I'm
just wish
saying? And it
the
was
NBA would show those workouts so that I could put them alongside Stephen A. saying he doesn't have post moves,
But
he ain't dribble. I just wanted to put it up there.
Eddie was nice though. Eventually, Eddie became
I
very
know Eddie was a
offensive.
dog. Eddie was a
Eddie,
dog.
like I said, Eddie became his offensive game got polished, like
And
for real, for
Tyson
real.
was nice. I mean, Tyson
Mm,
was nice too.
Tyson was a guy that was defensively great, right? Rim protector. He never had no offensive move.
Dirk Nowitzki don't get that ring if it weren't for Tyson Chandler,
Nah,
bro.
great rim protector.
Like,
I'm not. They threw Tyson in the pick and roll. His best years in the pick and roll with Chris Paul throwing him the lobs, right? Watching Tyson in Chicago, Tyson was all energy. He was hard. Had to like defensively was solid, but he was never no offensive game. He never had no offensive game for real. But defensively, he was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, even Joe King ain't never had no offensive game like that, but he was a lot of heart. You know what I mean? A lot of energy.
Yeah,
But
he's a
no,
double machine.
yeah. So no. So my point is this though, right? To when I get back to we spoke about Luka, hold on, my son jumping around. I'm looking at
Yeah,
the chat.
they
My
they
point is this though, is
I'll
that
answer this one, and then I gotta go. So go ahead.
yeah, no, my point is this though. We ain't finna sit in here. This is my point right here. I've never seen people try to advocate for a player retiring like they have for LeBron James. I ain't
Well,
never seen it. I
well,
ain't
that's
never
easy.
seen that.
That's easy because the media make too much excuses for him. If we're watching the game, we're the fans. The fans don't want this product. They're paying to see this. They're paying to come to the game. They're seeing the guy. Imagine seeing a guy in real time standing on one end of the court and wiping his shirt the whole time on the other end. People don't want to see that. They want to at least see him run back. The team was at least trying with him on the bench hurt. Nobody was down the court wiping their hands. As bad as Luka played defense, he was getting down the court, and that team looked better. So if LeBron can start running back down the court on defense when he turn it over, I don't got no problem with LeBron.
Like, is it? So my man say Lakers are 9-4 with LeBron. Yes, they are. Now,
They
is it?
lost 6 games in December alone.
You said what now?
They lost 6 games in December.
When he get back? When
and
Bron get back?
it's not even the fact that they losing though, it's how they losing. They
They
getting
getting
belt
their
the
ass whipped.
ass. Yeah, I'm about to say they getting belt the
Any
ass
team
these
over
last
500, they getting belt the ass. You could be close to 500. The Clippers wasn't even 500 and kicked their ass.
That was terrible. But no,
Memphis, which is 15 and 19, they'll beat. How many times they gonna play
they
Sacramento or
barely beat
Utah?
it.
God damn!
They
Every game
barely
they
beat
gonna play
Utah.
Sacramento, Utah, and Memphis.
They barely beat Utah, and Laurie wasn't even playing, and it took damn near everything for them to win that one.
so nah, this is my thing though. Like I said, I just see too many people
Telling
uh
the truth.
acting like, oh, it's time for him to go. He did get him up out of here, get him up out of here, get him up out of here. I
It
ain't never
is. If
seen
you're gonna
nobody.
say he's 41 and he can't run back on defense, it's time to take your shoes and throw him across the wire. And nobody wants to play with somebody that don't get back, bro. That's more work for everybody else. How can you win like that? A dude just cherry picking and waiting for y'all to get the rebound so he can throw it down there for him to get a dunk?
Nah,
Oh,
like
it's on video. I played it. I didn't make this up. I played the video and said, this is losing basketball. It's not a trade for a new player. It's get this guy to do his job, which if you turn the ball over, it's time to hustle back down the court. But at 41, when your testosterone is not all the way there, this is a young man's game.
so, and it nah, and look, this is my thing though. And that's my man just said it. A lot of players have bad moments where they not running back, they not getting back on defense, but for some reason, as LeBron plays, is everybody, oh, he didn't run back on defense this time. This a lot of players. I ain't never seen, and this is the thing though, right? Like I think
Hold
of
on.
offensively, when your output is strong, you get your offensive output is strong, you get the okay not to play defense, right? Nikola Jokic, his offensive output is phenomenal. He get the okay not to play defense. Luka Doncic, he get the okay not to play defense, even though I didn't see Luka like in the finals of the year. He was horrible. And that's really, they lost bad. And Kyrie played bad too though, but shot bad as well. But for me, it's just like every time it's always, oh, it's a microscope on him. Oh, he's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. I didn't see dudes be around for the longest time and not be good, and it be just cool. It's cool.
Well, I don't know what generation you talking about, because Phil wrote a book about Kobe, and he would call
Definitely
Kobe out
did.
all the time in practice. So I'm not from that era where the superstar don't get called out.
And
Y'all are
that's
from
still.
the era.
It's the
Y'all are
social
from the
media,
era where the
Kwame. That's what it
superstar don't
is.
get called out, and that it's now that y'all making it like Wakanda. If you call a black man didn't run back, like that shit is weak. This
Come on,
motherfucker get paid
it
$52
ain't
million. He
never
didn't
been
run
like
back.
no Wakanda.
That
Like
I'm
It's
not like
it's
you.
the
There's
so
other people talking about,
it's
you
the
talk about
social
a black
media.
man, but they'll go out and call Westbrook Westbrick. They don't care about another black man they talking about. That's weird to me. Don't idol
It's the
worship
social
people. If
media,
that
Kwame.
man
Social
don't run
media
back,
making it
he get
seem like
called out.
that, Kwame.
You know what I'm saying?
nah,
There's people in my comment section. My next live, I'm gonna go over my comment section. I'll go over my Instagram comment section. There's some of these cats that's in the chat now. All they do is come there to my video. Oh, you're hating on LeBron. I'll ask them to come up. How is it hate that I'm playing a video? It's on
what
video. This
and
man is not getting back.
because they say the coverage is despair. It's
It's
the
called
coverage.
film. They
Right,
need
right,
to
right, right.
grow up.
No. What they're saying is the coverage that you have of LeBron is not the same coverage that you have of everybody else that does the same thing. And
That's
that is
their
a
opinion.
fair criticism to
That's
me.
not a fair criticism. That's just them trying to find anything, because I'm like an irritant to their stomach. You say anything about LeBron, they don't want to receive it. I can say this is a film session. When I was in the league, when I had a film session, I didn't do everything right. It tells the ugly truth. It doesn't care about the name on the back of the jersey. It
And
shows
listen,
what you did and didn't do. And he does not run back on defense, and he doesn't help his teammates. That's a
no,
fact.
I think anybody where you only
Y'all don't
focusing
like
on
fair criticism. Y'all call everything hatred, and that's sad, because now
no,
nobody can get better. Nobody can get critiqued. Calling
no,
someone a bust is not a fair criticism. Calling Westbrook Westbrick, that's not a fair criticism.
and that's
That's just
and that's
calling
what
somebody names. But what
and
I'm
that's
doing with LeBron is all I'm doing is pointing out the fact that he is not playing like a GOAT, for one, and number two, he's not even playing like a player that cares about his teammates or the Lakers. Because the one thing you do is you get in the foxhole with your teammates. If you turn
you
that
said.
ball over, you owe us one. Go get it back.
Right, cool. Now you said that's all. That's not all you do, Kwame. That's not. Now you said he not playing like a GOAT right now.
No, he's not. A GOAT run back every time. A GOAT take accountability. A GOAT don't sit there and snicker and kicker with the Phoenix Suns when you're getting your ass whipped by 23 and your coach got to call a timeout because he's your drinking buddy and you don't respect him. A coach, a dude that's real serious about basketball, they're not picking their drinking buddy. You know you don't bring your friends to work. He wants somebody there that he can control. And that's why when he came back, the whole team went to shit. And y'all don't like real basketball perspectives. You want to call everything hate
The
because
team ain't going to ish.
you
They
don't want
lost
to
some
hear a
games.
real. I'm not a fan of LeBron in a way that you guys are. I'm more of a fan of the game.
You a
And
fan of
when I
Kobe
see
Bryant and
somebody,
Michael Jordan in that way, though.
I'm a fan of them because they'll tear your head off for that basketball.
So,
They're
and
not going to allow a letdown like that, bro. I respect men that respect the game in that way. Charles Oakley, I respect him because no matter what he do the night before, he gonna tear your head off for that basketball. And LeBron
that's
James couldn't be in the same locker room with Charles Oakley. The moment he see you not run back like that many times, it's gonna be on.
man. Charles Oakley loved LeBron James. He loved
I
him.
said on the same team. Everybody loved LeBron in the media when you ask them a question because it'll affect them negatively.
Nah,
Okay. You just don't know how this shit work yet.
nah, man. Like, listen.
You
As
doing the
far
right thing though. You a young and up and coming YouTuber. Keep saying the right thing about LeBron. They'll start clicking the channel. Don't
no,
ever
they
say
don't.
Don't even ever critique the game in a negative way about LeBron and you going places.
No, you don't. Because every LeBron video I make does not do no numbers. Y'all on this channel know what videos that do numbers.
You knew. Don't worry about it. Now that you having a debate with me or a conversation with me, more people that hate me will come over here. Just keep saying good things about LeBron. You already know Clutch Sports. You going places. You know how this shit works. Stop pretending like you don't know how this shit works.
If I was,
you don't get on YouTube and just overnight blow. Stop that.
I've been on YouTube for 7 years, brother.
There's some people that been on here 10, 15 years.
Right. So my point is, I'm not new though. I've been on here not for hell no. How long I've been on here? Right. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I made this channel in 2017. I'm far from new. I'm new on some people's radar.
You must be a liar.
You said what?
I said, start telling the truth then. You must be a liar.
No, it's not the truth. What sells is, again, if I came out of the blue yesterday and said LeBron James is not, Kobe Bryant is head and shoulder, LeBron is a coward and all of that, I would get a ton of views.
I wouldn't say he's a coward because I don't know him as a individual.
I'm not talking about you. I'm saying in general. If I say stuff like that,
I would agree with the first part.
It's gonna go crazy because YouTube is a playground for conservatives.
Well, that's your narrative, but the reason why it's gonna go crazy is because more people believe in their heart of hearts that he's not the GOAT, and people are tired of being force-fed bullshit.
It's not even about being a GOAT though. It's about if I say anything salacious about him, negatively, anything negative.
You know, we all being used by white folks to make money because ESPN want to make this debate every year because they don't have anything else to talk about. The GOAT debate comes out every single year, and we never get a conclusion to it. So why do we do it? Why do we keep this GOAT debate shit up? Who cares who the GOAT is? Can we move on and talk basketball?
Yeah, I mean, we can. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, y'all. Hold on.
When the next time you going live, Mr. Brown?
I'm about to go in here and eat real quick. I might go live later on. Shit, y'all done took up all my live time.
Oh no, I'm gonna definitely pop up and show love, bro. I mean, I've been over there a few times, but I'm gonna definitely pop up and show love, man. If you don't mind, I'd like to next time you have a conversation more so about the views about how we should be moving as far as in our community. I'd definitely love to touch them conversations, man, because I feel like those are more important conversations than the sport. The sport stuff is subjective and it's cool, but the other stuff, that's more stuff I'm more passionate about, I should say. So yeah, next time you go live on that, I'm definitely gonna pop up over there and show love, brother. Because like I said, I recognize you didn't even have to lend your time the way you just did. So appreciate that.
Okay, I got you. They said Luka don't play D. He definitely don't. Luka can't play. Luka can't go.
Nah,
but at least he's trying to get back. He'll try to get back now. That's about it. When he ain't, you got to keep him from crying to the refs too.
He the white James Harden, in my opinion. James Harden used to be the same way. I say that all the time, man. It's just all offense. Defensively, though, he might got 42. The dude he checking got 37. So,
Nah, but yeah, though, like, no, what he's saying is that to Kwame, your criticism of Luka is not the same as your criticism of LeBron James. You saying because Luka run back, but yeah, it's saying this is a disparity in the way that
the only criticism that I'm giving LeBron is that he don't get back on defense. They both are equally poor defenders. I've said that on my live. But Luka is running back on defense. LeBron is standing there. Like, he's literally standing there. Like, y'all got to really, like, that's really a disrespect to the Lakers organization. Like, when have you ever seen Kobe just stand? There's so many games you can watch where he's literally standing and everybody else is on the other end. Man, he don't got no shame to call for the ball either. Soon as they get the rebound, he don't got no shame. Oh, hey.
There's videos of Kyle Kuzma pushing him out. I'll never forget that one when Kyle Kuzma had to push him out to the defender to play defense. Y'all remember that? And he was
Yeah.
standing there and Kyle had to push him out. That was crazy. I was like, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that done ever on the basketball court, not in the NBA.
It's now look, hold on. I saw that play. I remember
Yeah,
that, but it's
yeah.
not.
That was crazy, man. Come on, even you gotta admit that one.
Of
That one
course,
was crazy. It
of
was like,
course.
yo,
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that in the NBA, bro. Like never.
yeah.
Like
Pushing the dude into the D. Yeah, but
yeah.
we've seen guys not guard individuals all the time, quite often.
No
That is
fact.
something we've seen
Facts.
from great players we've seen
Not
it.
somebody
Like
that's considered the GOAT. Never.
man, Kobe Bryant ain't always look great on defense now. like
You need
like
to cut that
Hey
out.
man.
You need to cut that out.
Kobe got what, 11 defensive team. I know he got the second most behind Duck.
yeah, and Phil
Whatever.
Jackson will tell you a lot of that was based off his reputation. Now he was a great defender in his heyday for sure, for sure. But Phil will tell you a lot of that was based off his reputation because of his who he was, and a
A
lot of that
reputation
wasn't.
Uh,
that he built. So either way it go, you got to give him kudos. He built that reputation. In the same way Tony Allen did, same way Patrick Bev did. Patrick Bev get away with damn near chopping your head off because he built a reputation that this is how I'm gonna play. So
Yeah,
you got to
I get
give him
it.
for that.
here you go. Hey Kwame, I gotta ask you this because you got the guard, oh brother. Me and my who was a harder defender for you? The harder to defend, Tim Duncan or KG? Who was harder to check?
Hmm. Damn, that's a hard one, there, boy. Shit. Um, I would say KG just because he wasn't the
I
prototypical
knew it. I
power
knew it.
forward because he's gonna be at spaces where you're like, damn, he had the 3-point line, he way out, he had the 18-foot line. Tim Duncan
Right.
was more close to the rim. The rotations was short. Both still really effective from where they shoot from. Tim Duncan off the glass, but it's an easier rotation. Kevin Garnett, you got to rotate all over the place. Then he had these tricky ass moves where he's jerking, and going over either shoulder. So it was a
Oh,
little bit easier to guard Tim because it was more traditional.
was those the two hardest defenders for you at that position, or was it somebody we don't give credit to that was the hardest person to defend during that time?
Shit, Zach Randolph and Elton Brand.
Zebo. Yeah, Zebo.
Man, you gotta get a good night rest against Zebo because he's so physical. He's going for offensive rebounds every single play, no matter where he at. He going for offensive rebound and he a dog in the post. So you just gotta hope you play him when he done went out and he done chilled out all night or something, so he can fall in love with that jump shot. Now he don't fall in love with that jump shot, boy. Zebo coming at you, and it's a problem.
Zebo. Yeah, nah,
Like,
I feel
he
like
was
Zebo
strong as
underrated as
shit,
hell.
man. He ain't looking strong as he was.
Nah, for sure. For sure.
But salute to y'all
Actually,
guys, man. I got to get up out of this thing, man. I appreciate y'all having me up.
man, we
Nah,
appreciate you too, brother.
it's all good. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. I'm in the store. But yeah, nah, I appreciate coming up for the debate. I still
Uh,
disagree with certain
ain't
things
no
that were
problem.
said.
Ain't no
So
problem.
yeah, I still disagree with certain things that were said. But like I said, is I appreciate coming up on the platform and talking about this debate under this whole shit, LeBron James debate and all of that. But yeah, it's certain things I still stand on my square about it, and several things. But it is what it is. Though. I appreciate it.
All right, salute to y'all boys, man.
Have a good one, brother.
Yep.
That was all right there, Mac.
Yeah, man. Hold on. I'm in the store trying to give my son something to eat real quick
Oh,
and
nah,
shit like that.
do your
Yeah,
thug
yeah,
nizzle, bro.
nah. But I know some other people wanted to come up, but man, I had like a lot of.
Here you go.
I was trying to do like three things at one time. Hold on, I'm gonna bring some more. I'll drop a
See
link, but
that?
nah, man. What'd
See,
you say?
that's why that right there is why I see again. That right there, bro. It's a lot of people who I disagree with, but they don't do what he just did, bro. Like a lot of people would say what they gotta say, but won't come and give people the opportunity. You know what I'm saying to say what they gotta say to him directly. So, shot to your point, even though I disagree with some of the stuff he was saying, and we ain't get to some of the other stuff. I want that. Like, we probably gotta do that on his platform though, because I
Yeah,
definitely want to get to that.
when I get out of
To that
when I get out of
to the Charlie
McDonald's,
Kirk stuff. But
We can do that
Yeah.
on his platform because yeah, like I said, I that to me the sports stuff cool, but it's subjective. But the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah,
Oh,
that's what need to, you know what I'm saying, hit home. You know what I mean? Uh
nah, we gonna he said drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute, y'all. I'm in this McDonald's and I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying?
man,
Too worried to be too crazy.
y'all know my man Max Super Dad, man. Yeah,
Man, I'm trying to give my boy something to eat real quick so I can get him straight. But no though, like I don't care what nobody say though. Uh Kwame out his damn man when he talking about Big Z is the same as Pau
yeah,
Gasol. I
yeah,
don't care
nah,
what
for
nobody
sure.
come out.
Yeah, I'm
One,
with you on that.
he out his mind. I don't care. That
I
was
mean, he
him
said
trying
it with
to.
no contact. I mean, but then again, that's what people love to do. Like people love to do that, even with the like you don't do that when it comes to Brown, but other people like when it comes to that whole, oh, he got the most points, so that made he the best. No, it don't. That man got one
No,
scoring title. No, I don't give a damn. He can finish with 50,000 points. He still ain't the best scorer ever. You know what I'm saying? Like again, so now I'm with you. Context always matter. He definitely left that out with that statement. It's like, nah, bro. Like at no point was nobody looking at Big Z as a centerpiece. They looked
no,
at Powell. They looked at Powell. Now, like he said, Powell failed at it, but that's irrelevant. That don't take away from the fact that at one point they looked at him as a guy worthy to build around. They never looked at Big Z as that.
not man, never in their life. And that's so. This the thing though with him. This is the thing. Kwame don't. I can't get my look. He say a whole like 5, 8 different points, right? He say
Yeah,
about 8 different points, and then I can't address all 8 points in my response. So I be
right,
forgetting stuff that I be forgetting to address certain stuff that was said because he go on
right,
a whole look making 8, 7, 8 points in a whole little thing, and I have to go
right,
back on
right,
it. It was a lot of things that he said that I disagree with all the way. Now, granted, LeBron James, yes, need to get back on defense, yes, but the problem with a lot of people were saying, what I was saying, it's a disparity in how he covers LeBron than everybody else. Because if you're gonna
right,
cover LeBron not getting back, it's other players that's not doing that too. People like
right.
Luka. He say Luka get back. Luka is a liability on
Nah,
defense
Luka's
all day
terrible on
long,
defense.
all
Luka
day
ain't never
long.
going.
And
Luka would never win a ring. Matter of fact, like I'm on record with that. Like he, as
yeah,
long as he playing like that, he ain't never winning.
so it was certain points that I'm never gonna agree with. And I hope you get back on here next time so we can finish the discussion. Like I said, like the conversation ran longer than what I expected it to too. So I'm like trying to look at my son, trying to do a little stuff, whatever. But anyway, though, like because it's certain points that I'm firmly disagreeing with. Like even
Oh, nah, for sure.
When he said Mo Williams, hold on, media fry right here. Yeah, any even when he made that point, thank you. Even when he made that point that Mo Williams was like Mo was nice in the regular season for sure. Like 17 a game. Solid, nice. Well, several times anybody that watched the Cavs play, when it
Yeah,
was time in them big games, Mo always shot terrible in them
for
games.
sure.
Orlando, that series, LeBron averaged 38 a game in that series, right? And then
Yep.
speaking of Big Z, the problem was really Orlando shot phenomenally that series. All their role players was hitting. And then Dwight
Yep.
Howard was having his way with Big
Yes, he
Z
was.
and with Anderson Varejao. It was nothing they could do. And the problem was, and I'm
Man.
not saying you're gonna stop Dwight at all, because that young Dwight, you wasn't
It
stopping
wasn't
him.
even to your point. It was that particular series. It was Rashad, Michael Petras, and Turkaloo that was killing them.
Yeah, they was
That
killing him.
man, killing them,
They was hitting
killing them.
every
Especially
shot you could
Petras.
think of.
Petras was
He
hitting everything. I was like,
he
damn, like
he was a
that.
variable for them, like the one that was
Yeah,
really like the outlier, the one like I mean he could shoot, but it was like he was automatic, right?
yeah.
And
That
then
that that 15 they got from him, you wasn't banking on that.
yeah, that's like he was Michael Porter Jr. Whenever Michael Porter Jr. played the Lakers, he go crazy every time,
Facts.
right? That was how Mike Peters was doing that series. But the thing was, like I said, Big Z could never defend any bigs that was athletic. He had problems with them all the time. He could never anybody that could jump a little bit and all that. He had problems with them because he was not a Pau Gasol. Gasol could hold his own at least. You know what I'm saying? Block shots, all of that. Big Z wasn't doing that, and we know that. It's just he think this is the problem right here. He's so fixated on y'all trying to make Kobe look like he had more health than what he did, than just
Yeah.
saying Al Gasol was a nice. He was nice because he
Yeah.
was. He
I
was
mean,
nice.
and the point that you made too, Mac, like you ain't making it today, but you made it in the past. Like I feel like people feelings ever since Kobe died, people was very sensitive when it come to Kobe,
Of
right?
course.
So anything that seemed like a slight or anything disparaging towards him, people will
Yeah,
go
baby.
crazy, bro. Like that's just like people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just certain people in our community, bro. Once they died, bro, like you can't, like Tupac, another one like that. Like you can't say nothing. Like I don't know if you ever said anything to a Pac fan other than he ain't the GOAT. Man, they'll call you anything but the God's child, brother. Like it's similar to that. It's like, man, I'm not saying that he was a bad person. We just critiquing his game. So I think you got something with that. Like I think that's a lot of that going on with not just
Yeah,
Kwame, but a lot of people. Like they in their feelings when it come to Kobe because he's no longer here.
he
So
gonna
if
come
you
back.
say anything other than like he the GOAT, then it's like, oh man, you hating. When it's
And
like,
like
nah, I'm not.
so, it's the exact opposite. Kobe Bryant teammates get enough credit. Know what you mean? Um. Oh yeah,
Nah,
Zydrunas was too slow. He couldn't stay in front of it. Nah, he was. He was very slow. Somebody said Mo is an example of a player that
nah.
LeBron
Mo
made
Williams
better.
was dope though. Like the
Yeah,
Mo was dope because I don't want to do like Mo. Like so, Mo was the same player he was when he got to Cleveland that he was in Utah. Like if he was always a bucket, right? To your point though, he was inconsistent. He's
yeah.
always been that. He's
His best
always
years.
been
His
that.
best year. Now his
Now his
best year
best year was
was
with
in
LeBron.
Cleveland with
We
Bron.
not going to we not going to deny that. However, he
Yeah.
wasn't. I don't want to make it seem like he was just a. This wasn't no Dylan Brooks case, like how Dylan
Nah,
Brooks is just
nah.
all of a sudden. So nah, this is not that. Like nah, he was a bucket in Utah. He
Yeah,
was
he
just
had
in
offensive
Utah.
games. I'm never disputing
Yeah,
that. He
yeah,
had
he was
offensive
just in
games,
Utah.
but like
Now
my
when
man,
he got to Cleveland.
like
And that's how it go when you play with a person that great. You know how it go, Mac. When you playing with somebody that great, it's gonna open up the game for you to look a lot better. Just like Booby Gibson when Booby was playing there. Booby looked a lot better than what he did. Hell, Norris Cole. Norris Cole got the bag from I think New Orleans. Remember New Orleans went and gave Norris Cole
yeah,
that bag. And yeah, you see how that went. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
Like you gonna look a lot better when you playing with a player of that caliber. So if you already is nice and they put you, you know what I'm saying, next to somebody like that, yeah, now you an all-star. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what happened in my opinion. Like I don't think
yeah,
but I do think people hype it. Like you're right though. Your point is still right. Like people make it seem like he was Jalen Brown or some shit. Like no, he wasn't that good.
nah.
Like he was nice.
Yeah, he was a solid. He was solid. He was nice. But yeah, that's my thing with people. Like even with Booby Gibson, they bring up Booby, and I tell people, man, what Booby do when LeBron James left? Booby,
Exactly.
they bring up that game where Booby had went off for like 40, right? That game against
Yeah.
Detroit that year. But
Fella to
Booby,
realize all those shots were wide open for a
yeah,
reason. Like
yeah,
I
Booby,
tell people, like there was a reason he was wide open for all them damn shots, bro. Like he wasn't part of the
yeah,
game plan.
and that and
Like
see,
Adam,
and that's what Charlie's saying. Um, when he said the point about Mo Williams, that goes against this idea that players get worse playing next to LeBron James. Now, when he said about Kevin Love, my point was that K Love wasn't gonna average. Hold on, my bad, bro. Hold on, that's my dog. Bro, my bad, man. I ain't bring you on earlier, man. What's going down?
Hey, what's going on? Can y'all hear me? You guys hear me?
Yeah.
yo
Uh-huh.
yo,
Yo, what's going on, man? Hey, man, listen, man. Bottom line is that this whole GOAT debate, this whole GOAT conversation has gotten real toxic. Nobody cared about all this stuff about you got to put this guy, knock this guy to prop this guy up, or you got to tear this player down to prop him up. You know, see, I've been watching since late '89, right? For the tail end of Magic and Bird era, the Bad Boy Pistons, right into the Michael Jordan era. See, I'm like you, Mills. I got Mike as the GOAT. But if you don't think that a guy with over 40,000 points, 4 Finals MVPs, 4 MVPs. He's third in assists, right? And he's probably the greatest floor raiser in the history, and probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest floor raiser in history, where he can take a team's certain flaws and cover them and have a ceiling. If you don't think that guy is at least top 5, top 10, you out your goddamn mind.
And that's my point.
And I sit up here listening to Kwame talking about, oh, LeBron is media manufactured. LeBron is this, doing that. Like, oh, he want to cover the game of basketball, right? Why is it that you're critiquing LeBron when there's other NBA players that's doing the same goddamn thing? I'll be watching the games on a nightly basis when I can. Like, it's a lot of bad teams out here. There's a lot of good teams too. You know, they're living up. They're not living up to expectations. You know, why is he so fixated, focused on Lakers and LeBron? Why is that? Does he even talk about other teams? Does he even talk about Oklahoma City that are having another dominant season? What about the Detroit Pistons? Cade Cunningham and all those guys. You know, Cade Cunningham, they've been balling all year. He don't touch on that. He talk about he a fan of the game. Why is he always on the Lakers nuts?
And
why is he concentrating on the Lakers and not any other team if it's all about basketball? You know?
Now, that's my point of, if you're a fan of the game, address every other player that is also not playing solid defense and all of that. My point is, there is a disparity in how he covers LeBron James versus everybody else, right? Now, that whole logic. What'd you say? My bad.
No, I said some Lakers in general, man. It's not just like LeBron. It seemed like he only covered the Lakers to critique LeBron. That just seemed like, to me, that's just like.
Well, to be fair, brother, you know the Lakers is like the Cowboys of the NBA. Like, the Lakers gonna get talked about. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's who they. Let's just be real. The Lakers, the Celtics, and the Knicks. Those 3 franchises sell the league. Like that. That's why the NBA. You know what I mean? So people going to over talk about them. Even when the Lakers was trash, remember when Kobe last year, when they was trash, they talked about the damn Lakers as if they was competing for it. So that, like, that's just gonna happen. You know how the same thing with the Cowboys, same thing with the Yankees. Like, every sport has that team where, regardless of where they are, they just get entirely too much coverage. And the Lakers, yeah.
I was saying, like, to get back to what I was saying, like, if you're gonna cover the game like accordingly. You know what I mean? There's like 30 other teams in the NBA. Like I said, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers out here struggling, who are perennial final contenders, right? See, I live in Ohio and everything, and it seems like, you know, and right now the talk here is Cleveland Cavaliers are like underachieving. They got all that talent at one team and everything, and they're underachieving, but you don't want to touch on that. Lakers and what LeBron James is doing. And what I was saying was, I might be the minority in this, but I feel like LeBron James don't fit in that Laker culture, man. I feel like when he was a free agent that last time, he should have went elsewhere.
He should have stayed in Cleveland. He should have stayed in Cleveland.
Should have stayed home.
Should have stayed in Cleveland.
Right. But at the same time, he was going to go somewhere else. He should have went to somewhere like Philadelphia 76ers or maybe New York Knicks. He was going to
actually, he should have never left Miami the first time, in my opinion. If he'd have stayed in Miami, he'd probably had like 6 or 7 rings right now.
Yeah, I think he wanted to.
Think so?
Yeah, for sure.
I think he left Miami
because the culture.
Because, you know, right? No, I'm saying
he'd have never got his credit though. If he'd have stayed there, it'd have went to Pat Riley and them, and he knew that.
Right, and I was getting at that. I was getting at that too, because like you see how they do with Kevin Durant, right? They're not giving him any credit for that Golden State run anyway, even though I feel like he was the, you know, equalizer to that.
For sure.
I mean, nobody.
They wasn't gonna be Bron. They wasn't gonna be Bron, and they not gonna tell you that part. I agree with you on that. They gonna leave out that part. They wasn't gonna be Bron without him. They wasn't.
Right. But the thing is, so with LeBron, they weren't gonna give him the credit because he was so great and he was so close to Mike that even if he did like win 6 or 7 rings, they said, yeah, but you had to leave Cleveland to do that. See, him going back to Cleveland, he went back to Cleveland and it enhances Lakers. It enhances their all-time standard, if you ask me. Because even with those championships in Miami, people were still like, is he top 10, is he top 5? They were still doing that. Those goal conversations for him didn't start until 2016.
Yeah, I think this. So this is the thing, right? With Miami, I think he wanted to go. He saw opportunity to right that wrong in Cleveland. He saw Kyrie Irving over there, a nice young player, right? He saw they had the #1 draft pick, and he knew in his heart he had to right that wrong, like to right that I got to go back and win at the crib. He saw, dang, they got a young dude over there. They Kyrie Irving, he could play, right? They got the #1 pick. Let me see, let me go over there and fix what happened over there. And I think that solidified his leg, like the way, not just going back, but how they won, being down 3-1 against a team that had 72 wins. Yeah, that whole, the context of all of that. They was down 3-1. Now the Golden State Warriors had just they were down 3-1 and beat KD and them, right? So I think the whole thing of being down 3-1, the only team to ever do that, doing it in Cleveland. Cleveland hadn't won a championship at all across any across any sports organization in almost 60 years. You know what I'm saying? I think that solidified all of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all talk too. I do think going to LA, because there is this contention between LeBron and Kobe fans. It was never going it was always going to be pushback for him going there.
I was just about to touch on that too.
Yeah. They gonna say, why you in Kobe land over here? It's gonna be people that they were never gonna accept him there. A lot of people were never. It don't matter what he do. LeBron could have won a 3-peat. It was still gonna be people that say.
I disagree with that, Mac. If he'd have won more, because one thing, let's be real, winning cures all, bro. If he'd have won if he'd have won back to back or went to 3 in a row or something, I think they'd have definitely. I think they'd have definitely. Because the Lakers, like they accepted Bob McAdoo back in the day, and he was a Celtic great. Like at the end of the day, they just want to win, man.
Bob McAdoo was like towards the end of his career. He went at the tail end of his prime, like LeBron was. But here's the thing, though, man. Like Kobe is so indoctrinated into the Laker culture, man. You know, I mean, he did so much for that. He did so much for that team, man. It's like
played there for
there's
like
a contention now to where you got LeBron fans, you got Kobe fans.
And we can't discount Kobe no longer being here. That play a part in it too. Like if Kobe was still here and was able to embrace Bron like longer as a Laker, I think that would have changed the narrative too. But
let me tell you this though.
But it wasn't going to move the needle because you got these Kobe fans that they committed, man, and no matter what.
No, for sure.
No matter what you do, it's like they're not going to do anything yet. Whatever you do, you ain't going to replace my dude.
That's exactly. No, you're right. But I'm talking about the Laker fans though, because let's be real. Most of the Laker fans, most of them aren't as diehard as, you know what I mean? Let's be real. It's a very front running fan base, right?
There's a lot of Kobe fans out there too.
That's true. That's true.
That's why the Laker fans that came up in the Shaq and Kobe had in the 2000s. They don't remember Showtime with Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, and all that. They don't remember that area of Lakers.
So that point, and I'm gonna let other people come and speak because I see Suge and Aaron on here too. I'm gonna say this: before Kobe Bryant passed, he told the Lakers fan base to accept LeBron James. He told them that on Twitter. He's one of us. He made a post, like it was one of his other last posts, and they still in his death like F him, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I think Kobe probably could have fanned some of the flames, but there were always going to be people that say, "No, man, you ain't Kobe. We like him." So it is what it is, and I think it was just he's so ingrained in the franchise. Yeah,
so platform that swear by that. Man, I can name like maybe 5 people with YouTube content creators that swear by that. Tell it.
Yeah. So So Aaron and Celebrity Should y'all want to say something? 'Cause I know y'all
Man,
probably
man, look. I was watching that entire live stream. What the fuck? What the fuck was Kobe talking about, bruh?
Kwame talking about
I
yeah.
mean Kwame. What the fuck was Kwame talking about? Like he said a
Yeah,
whole
it don't
bunch
make
of
no
nothing.
sense.
He said a
It's a
whole
whole bunch
bunch
of
of
BS if
nothing.
you ask me.
Yeah,
A
He
whole
so
said
bunch
a
of
whole
BS.
bunch of nothing. He's like, oh, he said Max says a whole bunch of narratives. Ain't you the main one that says a whole bunch of narratives on here, bro? Like most like LeBron hate basically runs YouTube and fucking Kwame's just sucking the guts out of that, like for his grift. Stop lying, bro. To this day, I don't listen, man. You can have your critiques of LeBron's game, but you make it personal, bro.
And
You
that's what
sound
it
damn
is.
near
It's
ready to
personal,
fight
Oh,
man.
this
I'm
I'm
shit.
a
telling you,
I'm
man.
a prove it's personal. I'm gonna prove it.
It's
okay.
personal. You know it's
Yeah.
personal. You can see it
Just let
you
me
can
get
hear it in
about
his
2 minutes.
voice.
That's all I need, and I'm
You
Hey
can
gone.
hear
man,
in his
look.
voice.
Oh
It's
yeah,
personal,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You hear in his
Yeah,
voice. It's
it's
personal.
like it's the thing. It's the thing. To this day, I'm surprised you didn't. I'm surprised you didn't say this, Mac. I didn't. I'm surprised you didn't say you're still too scared to talk about Michael Jordan and how he had you crying,
There
Now
fetching,
we go.
Now he
and
and I
brought up
took
the ball kicking. He brought up the ball kicking shit for sure. He
I did.
definitely brought that up.
So I brought that up, and because he remember when I said that, right? Now I could have
uh-huh.
expounded upon that whole thing because I forgot to add the point of he said he don't talk about Kobe and Mike because only one player is still playing, right? But yeah, this is my thing, man. Anybody with two eyes could see how he covers LeBron versus everybody else. When I try to
Right.
make certain points,
That's why I said it's agenda. That's why I said it's a straight up agenda with this cat,
It is,
man. You
yeah,
know
it
what
is
I mean? Like I said,
constant.
30 other teams in the NBA, but yeah, he want to concentrate on the Lakers because, he want to disparage LeBron.
yeah,
Like,
He was
and
constantly over talking
like I
you too.
said,
I
man,
noticed that.
you could tell again everybody on YouTube knows that LeBron James
and
hate
it's crazy.
content. It
It's crazy.
it goes far, right?
Yeah.
It
Right,
get
right. And
get
it's
a lot of
crazy.
clicks
Check
and
this
views.
out. And check this out. It's crazy. Like you said, I got Mike number one. I say I got LeBron number two, and they still come for my dad. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man. It don't make sense. It don't
So
make sense.
Bro
for
wasn't
sure. And let
bro
me say this
wasn't
too.
like he was constantly over talking you too. That's what I
Yeah.
noticed. He
And
was
I could
constantly
Talking about
like
you was
trying to
interrupting. You were the main one interrupting, motherfucker.
yeah, he
and
was
that's
But
trying
why
to
that's
he was
I
trying to
couldn't
like
really get
hype
off
you. Yeah.
none of that,
I
man.
couldn't
It's
get
like,
off like I wanted to in the debate because he would say I'm interrupting when he make a point. And my thing is he'll make like 7, 8, 6 or 5 or 6 points in a row. And I'm like, hold on, let me get a rebuttal to that. But I couldn't because he like you cutting me off, you cutting me off. There's a lot of things I disagree with for sure. But hold on, Suge.
Mhm.
Say you Suge. I know you say you want 2 minutes. Say your point, Suge.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah. I
You
just
got the
want to
floor.
ask a question, then read a couple things. First, do y'all know why Kobe Bryant wanted him traded?
I think it
What? Who
was
traded?
I think it
Kwame.
about
was it
Shaq,
because of
right?
the 81 points game?
Or you talking about Shaq or Kwame?
No,
Kwame.
why Kobe wanted to get rid of Kwame?
No.
No,
Because
I
What is
don't.
No,
it?
no,
was it
no,
because
no,
of
I
the
don't.
80?
Okay,
Was
thanks.
it
I
because
knew
of
I
that?
knew nobody did. Number one,
Mhm.
number two, he keep bringing up Stephen A. at the colleges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talking
Mhm.
about him. Now look, let me show you this CBS article from 2011, right?
Okay.
The Washington Post brings us a tale from Kobe Bryant who visited a college classroom. Where's Kobe at? A college
College.
classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Why Kobe at the colleges, Kwame? And the
Mm,
headline says Kobe explains frustration while playing with Kwame Brown. Now let me read
mm,
what Kobe Bryant said about Kwame Brown. I
mm-hmm.
got to say, it was tough doing it that year. I was playing with guys, God bless them, God bless them. But Kwame Brown smushed Parker. We had one game right before. By the way, what I say here, I say directly to them. See what I'm saying? I don't talk behind people's back. This is his quotes, as y'all can see, quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
Things that I say, I'm comfortable saying this to them. I've said to them. But like the game before we traded for Paul, we're playing Detroit and I had like 40 points toward the end of the game. This is back when Detroit had Rashid, boom, 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 boom. So I'm surrounded by these players,
Mm-hmm.
Detroit players, and Kwame is under the basket, all by himself, literally, like all by himself. So I pass him the ball, he bobbled it, and it goes out of bounds. So we go back to timeout, and I'm upset, right? He goes, I was wide open. Yeah, I know. This is how I'm talking to him. Like during this game, I said, you're going to be open, Kwame, because Rashid is totally just ignoring you. I wonder why. He said, well, if I'm open, don't throw it to me. I was like, huh? He said, don't throw it to me. I said,
Wow.
why not? He
God
said,
dang.
well, I'm nervous. If I catch it, he will foul me. I won't make the free throws. I said, hell no. I go to Phil Jackson. I say, hey, Phil, take him out the game. He's like, nah, let him figure it out. So we lose the game. I go to the locker room. I'm steaming. I'm furious. Then finally I get a call. They said, you know what? We got something that's happening with Paul. And this is
Mm.
at a college. So why
Whoa.
Stephen A. and also Kobe Bryant, Kwame asks why he is at them college. Now, one more thing, bro. Matt, get this book right here. This Michael Leahy book, When Nothing Else Matters. It tells all about Kwame Brown and Michael Jordan.
Wow. Okay.
Um,
Damn.
Kwame loves to tell lies and say Michael Jordan didn't want him. He wanted to trade for Elton Brand. Look what the
Okay.
book says. Another official told Jordan that the Chicago Bulls might be interested in dealing young, talented forward Elton Brand. Jordan
Mm-hmm.
didn't care. He wanted Brown. He said the issue was closed.
Wow.
That's Jordan. Now
Okay.
let me. That's a couple more things, y'all. Then I'm gone. This
Now,
shows
this is
how
great, Phil. Go ahead.
Jordan bonded with Kwame. When Brown arrived in training camp in October, out of shape. Oh, let's go to the Wizard. Uh, yeah,
Oh,
out of
you said
shape.
the sugar
Jordan
word.
had been
That's what
patient
you
for
left
about
out.
a
I'm
week.
You left out.
Jordan,
You left that shit out.
yeah, Jordan had been patient with him for about a week, draping his arms around Brown and praising his ability to the Wizards officials. For Brown, it seemed nothing had changed. In October, he appeared to be the only Wizard player who enjoyed a real friendship with Jordan. Now,
Wow.
let's skip down to here. Jordan's infatuation. He keeps saying, y'all infatuated with me. Jordan was infatuated with you. Jordan's infatuation with his protege warned. He thought Brown was cocky and disrespectful, sometimes, particularly when the teenager nagged him about playing a one-on-one game, hinting the doom awaiting him. Now, imagine telling the old man that his doom is coming. You know, Imagine that. Finally,
Yeah.
Jordan agreed to the game. Brown, grinning on the court, convinced his youth and height would be an indefensible weapon against the shorter and twice the man age. Early in the game, believing he had lunging, jabbing for Jordan. Listen to this, y'all. Off balance, the kid dared to say, "You reach, I teach." Oh, this is where it get good.
Oh
Oh
boy.
man. Oh
Jordan
damn.
snapped. "You teach, and I'll knock you on your goddamn ass."
Mm.
Damn.
He
Bruh.
proceeded to humiliate Brown, mocking him while scoring. Let's see, boom, boom, boom. I ain't gonna read all. You got to get this book. And
I
then he
got you.
told him, "You better
You
call
gotta
me
see this and
daddy,
that.
motherfucker.
That
Damn.
what he
You
Now,
said?
gotta
Wanted,
you
wanted him to
better
call
call
him
You
me
better
daddy,
daddy.
call me
motherfucker."
daddy. Oh my
Yes,
lord.
Wanted him to call him daddy.
Yeah, I'd have
yes.
had to punch Mike in his motherfucking mouth. That's crazy.
Now
Yeah,
he
that's
say he
Man,
lied
crazy.
I
about
would have
calling
knocked
him an
That's
him
F
out.
crazy.
word,
Who the
right?
fuck
Mm.
is you talking to? Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Nah,
crazy.
nah,
Okay,
you
now
can't be
this is the
talking to
last
niggas
part,
like
brothers.
that.
This is the last
Okay.
part.
Cool. Go ahead.
With the criticism mounting and his play getting worse, Brown became maddeningly frustrated and Kidd convinced he was. Oh, let me get no, bro. No, he called a foul. He wanted to drive toward the basket. He himself. He bumped in hard, something losing the ball and frustrated. He called a foul. He finally gone, play stop. There is an electric silence. A wide-eyed Jordan and walked toward him and said, "You fucking flaming," what that say? F-A-G-G, what?
Whoa.
We know what
Flaming
that
what?
means. We know what that
Jordan
means. We got
exploded. You
I
don't
heard
get a
about that. I heard
foul
about that.
on a goddamn little touch
I heard
call.
about
You
that.
fucking, what that say? You fucking
this the
what?
story Gilbert told. Matter
Oh
of
yeah.
fact.
Damn.
This
Damn.
is the now look,
Double G.
dog. I'm doing a documentary on Kwame. This whole look, everything in here highlighted is about Kwame Brown, bro. Get this
Suge, you
book,
on it.
man.
You on it, Suge.
Receipts.
Man.
You
And
own
you
it.
from Cleveland too. You from Cleveland too, bro.
Yes, sir.
I've been following you for a minute. I'm from Northeast Ohio too. I'm from Northeast Ohio myself, bro.
Now listen, he talked. This is what Kobe and Mike said about him. LeBron never said a word about Kwame. Why he got so much hatred for them? For
and
LeBron instead of Kobe and Mike.
so if you watch my
Deflecting.
channel,
He's
if y'all
deflecting,
watch my
man.
channel, that has been my point about Kwame.
He's
Because I
secure, man.
said
He's deflecting.
Michael Jordan has done some
He's deflecting.
he,
That's what it is.
yeah, he has done
Yeah.
Mike has tried to humiliate Kwame. Had tried to humiliate Kwame several times, right? And I said, why is there not animus towards Mike and
He could
towards
have taken
Kobe?
it out on Kobe
Right?
and Mike, so he's taking it out on
Yeah.
LeBron now. That's what it is. That's
That
what it
was
sounds like.
that was my point of saying that, right?
Yeah.
Because
LeBron is
I feel
Hey
like
overrated.
Mac, how old is you,
Underrated.
Mac?
32. I'll be 33.
Bro, I'm
this year.
50, bro. I seen all this. I watched it, man. I'm 50. Imagine how old you was in 2011
Sure, you don't look
or
it. You don't look.
2011.
2001, bro. He drafted 2001.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was 21 back then. I
I'm
was
Yeah.
21. You got me by like 5 years, bro. So yeah, and like I said, I'm from Northeast Ohio too. I'm like maybe an hour from Cleveland myself. I probably dumped into you, shit.
Hey
Yeah.
Mac, I got all his Wizard games. If you want to see his play, I got all his Wizards games
Damn. You got him on the hard drive?
on the hard drive, bro. I got this
God
from
Yeah.
DC
damn.
when I went out there with Gil.
Man, you need to post that on YouTube or something,
Oh
man. Like post
no,
some
Yeah,
clips on
you gotta
Suge,
drop that.
you know Gil?
Yeah, I work with him, bro.
Oh wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, I
That
work
Wow.
was
with
Okay.
Gil
small. It
every
was
day,
small world
man.
after all.
Dang. Man, so this is my problem, right? And Kwame back in here now. I see him in the chat. That was my problem when I would talk about Kwame on the channel. I would say, why is there no animus towards MJ and Cole for certain things that they've done? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron, in my opinion, like I said, LeBron ain't never done nothing to him. Now Kwame say he keep it basketball when it comes to LeBron, but the disparity in how he's
Pinocchio.
covered.
No,
What'd you say?
I said no way. That's bull. No way he keep man. We come from a culture where we didn't talk bad about young athletes. And even as something else I wanted to read in this book about how Kwame didn't want to read the newspapers because of what they were saying about him. And you would think he'd be the last person talking about somebody bad online because he didn't even want to read the newspapers. Look, here it go right here. I bumped into him by accident late one afternoon. He stood smiling just outside the gymnasium in Wilmington, saying things were going okay and that he tried not to read much in the papers about himself or anyone. Didn't want to know what people were saying about anything, just wanted to relax. You would think he would. Now, this is before social media. This is a fucking newspaper. He's blasting every day on every platform he can. You would think he'd be the last one talking bad about a young black second round draft pick, y'all.
And that makes sense, man, for real. Wow.
Yeah,
You
they
came
do
with
it.
some
You know.
evidence, man. I didn't know you had no evidence. That ain't you have some real evidence.
Now it makes sense as to why Kwame is this way. It makes sense now why Kwame this way, man. It make all the sense in the world. You done broke that shit down, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense. I always knew it was something off about dude, but now we know.
Mhm. Now, the older brother from Northeast Ohio. Am I lying, bro? Did we all root for Kwame or not?
We all did. We all did in the beginning. We all did in the beginning.
High
We
school
all did.
player draft black man. We everybody was that culture
Right.
back then,
Hey,
bro.
bro,
We
I was
all
at
root.
home.
Nobody
You
was
know how
talking bad
rare,
about
Bro,
him.
you know
hey,
how
I can
rare,
tell you.
you know how rare it was before, even though it was Kobe, even though it was Tracy McGrady, even though it was KG,
He was
Sean
the
Kemp.
first one that was the number one pick, though. That was the difference. And we
Right. That's
was,
what I'm saying.
and I
All
was,
them cats I mentioned was like they were like high draft picks, but they weren't the
yeah,
number one pick
they
coming out of
wasn't a
high
no.
school.
He was the first one to
Yeah.
go no, and I was in. I'm from DC. I was in DC at the time. He had this. I'm telling you, like the support he had, we definitely was behind him. Like everybody wanted Kwame to succeed, man. Like he definitely, if he didn't went on to be great. he would have had the city. Trust me, man. Like it was billboards and that man
Yes.
everywhere. Like he had it on lock, like for
Every
sure.
trade, niggas was saying maybe this gonna be it for him. Maybe he'll be able to play with Kobe. AI, he playing with AI now. Maybe he can do it with Iverson. This motherfucker done played with Gilbert Arenas, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, and ain't won nothing.
Underachieved, man. He underachieved. Sorry to say, brother, underachieved. That's all that is.
Nah, you came with real receipts, man. I ain't dang. For real. You came with the real receipts, man. Suge,
Them
you just found my
articles
channel.
online, bro. The
You,
CBS
you
article, it's a lot more, dog. If you look at your research, you will ask a lot of questions of why he not talking about the people who talked about him that he say the way they talked about. Stephen A. Smith did not. Stephen A. Smith started working at ESPN 5 years after Michael Wilbon wrote that article and called him a bust. Look that up too.
Wilbon worth that. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yes,
Mike.
Michael
That's Mike
Wilbon.
boy. Mike, he love.
I'm about to Google all this. I'm definitely have to
Kornheiser
Google
was
all
at the
this.
Washington Post at the time too, so they they was writing a lot of articles about him, man, because Kornheiser had a
And you know
piece.
what? DC is kind of like a small weight New York and LA, man. If you ain't playing up the par, they would chew up in the media in
Nah, for
DC.
sure,
Am I
for
right?
sure,
Am
for
I
sure.
right?
Nah,
Yeah,
they definitely will,
yeah,
definitely will. And
yeah. They'll
Kornheiser
call
was
you
the
out.
man at the time at the Washington Post, bruh. So yeah, it was bad for him, man. Definitely was.
Tony Kornheiser worked for the Washington Post.
Wilbon. Michael
Wilbon.
Wilbon.
Wilbon, my
Wilbon.
bad. Wilbon
Yeah.
did, my
Michael
bad.
Wilbon.
Wilbon was at the Washington Post.
Hey man, thanks for letting me up, Mac.
And you know,
Hey, all y'all brothers, man. Peace, y'all. I got some stuff to do, man. Thanks for letting me up, bro.
oh, good looking out,
No,
brother.
it's all love. Suge, I
Peace.
appreciate that, man.
Hey man, you ever want to, chop it with Gil or something? Hit me up, bro. I can make something happen for you. I'm out
Oh
here with all
yeah,
these
man.
guys, man. I'm out here in LA, man. Man, I got some good stuff going on though, bro, man. So hit me up if you need something, bro.
Look, I'm gonna hit you up for sure because I definitely want to talk to Gil. So I appreciate you coming
For
through and
sure.
giving us that knowledge, man.
I got you, bro. Peace, everybody.
All love.
Peace
Yep.
out. Oh yeah,
Oh
nah,
man, this,
Gil gonna come on here and act a fool. We definitely need that. Hey,
Man, this guy, he off the chain.
hey,
Kill us off the hook.
Hold on,
He
let-
got
hey,
some of that stuff he say, he be having me dying like a motherfucker, man.
nah,
hey,
for
man,
Gil,
sure.
Gil is a wild boy. But like I said,
Like
I do know.
I'm surprised him and Nick Young ain't started something yet, because them two, like, that's must see TV, man. I don't
they
understand.
still got the show with Kmart and what's the other dude's name?
Yeah,
Rashad
I'm talking about
McCants.
them
Yeah,
two.
Rashad McCants.
Them
Yeah,
two need
yeah,
one
man.
in particular though. Like they need like a reality show. Nick Young and Gil.
Yeah,
Like
because they are.
that's must
Yeah.
see TV, dog.
Gilbert
I mean,
got personality all day, and so yeah, he's a trip, man, for
yeah.
sure. But like, this was definitely a productive live stream. It's the longest I done been on live, and we got a lot of
Oh
eyes
nah,
Man,
for
and
sure.
ears.
yo, Mills, I know you be putting in work, man. I'm a fan of the 50 Cent videos, man. You're not speaking nothing but what I already knew. I've been doing that for years, man. This dude, I don't get
I,
people why is he all getting a pass?
I think
Crazy, man.
I think it's because people is still like they still try to shine all light on 50 Cent's early 2000s run and shit like that.
Right.
And I just
And the
don't
thing
think
is, man, his early 2000s run, but he only lasted like 2 years with that. After a
yeah,
couple of years, he fell off. Let's call it
yeah,
for what it is.
he quietly fell off because like
Right.
he had that thing
yeah,
going on with him and Kanye who was outsell who was gonna sell the most, and it's just like Kanye beat him at his own game.
Pretty
man,
much.
I'm
it
just
was
glad.
it was
It was only 2 years he was actually out here banging, and after that, nothing. All he could do was
Bro.
troll other artists who were like miles better than this cat. You know,
I can't lie.
that's all he did.
I can't lie, Bolt. Whenever I hear you talk, you remind me of Kilowog from the Green Lantern movie.
Oh man, I get that all the time. I get Barry White, I get Michael Heinsberg, I get all them cats. James Earl Jones, all
Yeah,
that.
man.
and my man said Michael Clark Duncan, man. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
look,
But
I
he
get
sound
that.
exact.
I get
He
that
look.
too.
He look
yeah,
exact.
man.
He
But
sounds exactly like Michael Clark Duncan.
for sure, man. But look, y'all, like I appreciate all y'all. This was a great live stream. This is the best live stream I ever had, and the
I'm
most
gonna
eyes
think
and
about
ears
it,
on it.
man. phone about to die out, but I'm gonna hit y'all guys up, man. It's a nice chopping up with nice, cool, down to earth
Yeah,
brothers, man. I
Facts.
conversation.
Facts.
for sure, man. I done been on here way too long, man.
Probably the longest stream you ever done, Mac.
Yeah, man. So look, I appreciate everybody, man. I'm finna get off this thing, man. It's all love. Thank y'all, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
Later.